Hi.
We're just
here
going
now.
live.
Hi.
Just
Music's
live.
done. We're here now.
Just doing it.
Hello.
Episode 2, creator check-in.
Boom.
Welcome.
Boom.
Wow.
Kim and I have been ready for hours.
Hours.
The pros take a few more minutes, but that's okay. Don't worry about it,
I am
everybody. We're
not
all here.
been so
Hi.
long.
Professional
Hi, Together
anything.
6.
I don't even go here. It's my first day.
Also,
I've never
nobody's
been on
leaky basement is in anybody on the ceiling today.
Yeah.
Like, we got that all fixed. Thank you, Franco.
Uh-huh.
I think. I mean, I don't know. It could still go
We'll
wrong.
see.
I can have one or the other. Dang it.
What? Who's having a what now?
Chat or preview?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking
If you go
about a
to the
leaky basement
channel-
or a ceiling.
Oh,
If you
well,
go to
we
the
can-
I'll use
actual
the
channel,
internet
turn up the
teamwork.
volume. Yeah.
Teamwork.
There you go.
Wow.
You do know most of these faces, Rue. That's true.
That's cool.
Hi, Rubu.
Who do you not know
Hi,
here,
Chuck.
Rue? Anybody not know
Who don't you
someone?
know?
Does anyone need an adult?
Does anybody need an introduction? Who's here at the table with us in
Boobicorn.
these studios? Boobicorn's here.
Boobicorn's
Danny's.
fine.
Oh,
I'd like to counter the rumors that Boobicorn is in any way being harmed.
looks like he's being harmed right now.
Boobicorn is fine.
Why did you have to do that so
I would agree with
violently?
that.
Yeah, why do you got to squish them
Because
like
everybody
that?
keeps saying Boobicorn is unwell. It's not true.
Hi, Hogan.
Any unfamiliar faces? Are we seeing any unfamiliar
anyone
faces?
not know
anybody, is
where
everybody
they
okay?
Everyone's fine?
Holy
you
fuck,
okay?
this started the
Are
same
you
way it did
alright?
last time.
Do
I'm
you
sorry,
need help?
everybody.
Are you
I'm
alright?
sorry, everybody.
What? No. This is.
I'm
this
sorry.
is
Welcome in, everybody.
perfectly
I don't
reasonable.
know. The one on the top left seems friendlier than the dude normally
Andrea,
there.
same.
Oh,
Andrea, can I get
Chuck,
that
yeah.
too?
This is a different version of me today. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2.0.
No idiots today.
Imagine you just started with calling us all idiot. I don't
You
think any of
guys?
us would.
I have never ever once said that.
But
Although
I
I think I did call you dumb last time.
Yes.
I think you
Yeah.
definitely
You said you didn't
said
remember
that.
anything.
I think you definitely.
Is that the part you remember?
Caught in a lie.
Danny came in here saying she doesn't remember anything.
No,
and
it's
then
just
she
like
comes
any
in here,
given
she's like, oh,
time
fuck.
I've been near Sean. At some
Oh
point,
my
that's going to come
God.
up.
It's true.
For sure.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
brave.
That does sound right.
That's
Or
true.
bad.
Hi, Eden's
Thank you,
Michelle.
Chuck. I am brave. That's
Welcome
true.
in.
Tex said I was
She
brave.
just remembers the
Hi,
insult.
Tex. Tex, how are you?
Tex said I was
Saint,
brave.
you're not new. It's lies. 9. Get your coffee. 9.
Hi, Nine.
Everybody get your
9.5.
coffee.
Hi, VIP. We have our
Captain.
resident VIPs here in the chat
Welcome
with
in,
us.
Hogan.
Andrea.
Hello. Andrea,
Hello.
hi.
Hi, Andrea.
Andrea.
Hi,
She remembers the
Andrea.
It's
insults.
literally perfect.
Andrea's
that's
probably
true.
documented all of the insults in a notebook. If we wanted receipts, we could probably ask Andrea.
No, she's saying Danny
I
remembers
bet
the
Andrea
insults.
could produce them.
That's true.
I'm sure
I think.
Andrea could also.
I'm sure Andrea could as well. Yeah, that's true.
I rely on Andrea
None
for
of
a
you
whole
were
bunch.
new.
Oh, look,
so
None
Chuck
of
said
you
he
were
would buy
new.
that notebook. Who would buy that?
Wow. Mr. X.
Hi, Mr. X. Good to see you, Mr. X. Thanks for coming in.
X, do you have to? Why?
Good old episode 2.
I could
You
write it out.
haunt me.
Oh, yeah.
Put it in the
I'll
There you
write
go.
it. I'll write the
Oh.
notebook.
That could be
Good.
that.
Yeah.
Put it in the notebook. It'll be in Kim's handwriting.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. For secrecy purposes.
Yeah.
Security reasons.
Yeah. You know how you get those like new word a day calendars or like new comic a day? Like, no, just new insults.
You tear a
Daily
page.
courtesy.
I make a plays.
Unintelligible.
Stuff.
Good to see you make a
Once
plays.
again.
Only doctors
Nobody
can
knows.
read it.
Yeah, only
Hi,
doctors.
Alice.
Obviously.
Bacon
Obviously,
fish.
of course.
Hi, bacon fish. What do you expect when I drink from the eking mug every day? I'm so sorry that's
Wow.
happening to you, Mr. X. You need us to send you a different
Andrea
mug.
can open up a museum.
I can offer you.
I
That's
feel like an
hilarious.
apology is not
Beautiful
necessary. I
Thank
feel
you,
like that's
Captain.
just a life choice.
Eek is a life choice.
Just a
Kim,
way
please
of
read
life.
Captain
It's a life,
Katamari's.
It's a life
message.
choice.
Yes, Kim has great handwriting.
Yeah.
That is very legible. Yes, thank you, Captain. I feel incredibly
Drongo.
seen.
Yeah, that wasn't even like a subtle cap. It was infinite cap.
It wasn't.
Oh, thank you, Franco. Well, we do tend to get the new Sean Inappropriate Gifts of the Day. That's true.
Wow.
Yeah, there could be a whole book. There could be a whole book of
There could be a
that.
whole book of that.
There could be a whole book
How
of
to
that.
evade band terms.
I want you to know that I found a really good one the day you had your guests.
The way that you get so mad and you're still like
She just moves on
in the
sometimes.
eyebrows. And Franco's
Just
like,
thank you, Sean. I will not read that out loud.
so
If anybody
funny.
if anybody experiences
awful.
Sean in the wild, that's my tip for you.
I'm
if you're
sorry
looking to take anything
for
from
that
this
as
session
well.
today, if you have to deal with Sean and inappropriate gift subs, just thank you. I will not be reading that.
No.
Thanks.
Hi, Luke.
However,
Luke, congratulations
I've never
on
been
the
banned.
new
Never been banned.
song. Congrats
Never
on
been
the
banned.
new video.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
let's go to work. Oh,
Congratulations.
gotta go to work.
Condolences on the work, unless
Well,
it's wonderful.
But he's making
Your
money
work's
and he's
pretty
doing his
wonderful.
thing, and he likes what he's
Yeah.
doing. So
Yeah.
we like that
Yeah,
here.
you
We like that here.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job, Luke.
I take
Yeah,
it back.
hooray.
Congratulations
Good job,
on
Luke.
going to work. And on the new video, both also. Good job.
Wow, Luke, you're doing so good.
It's true.
Good job.
I did have Danny. I found a really good one. gift sub.
No.
But I didn't do it.
No.
I didn't do it because you had guessed it was lovely. And do you remember that? And I
that's
said
so
I was going to behave.
thoughtful.
I thought I was going to behave.
Round of applause for that
Wow.
self-restraint.
That-
It's
that-
good. I'm glad for
No,
me.
I'm
A
not
big
cla-
old
no,
pat on
I'm
the
not
back.
clapping
Fuck yeah.
for like the bare minimum of like I didn't immediately alienate the people who didn't know who. Imagine you had
It was
done
two,
it.
it
and
was
you would have no
two really
idea.
lovely ladies
They
who
were
were in
so
there.
nice.
And yeah.
And me.
Well, and Danny was also there.
Right?
And then I didn't do it. I was
That's what
like,
I said when I posted this. I was like,
I'll
it's
wait.
gonna be lovely people.
I heard that
And then
correctly.
if I'm allowed in with my
I
coffee mug, I'll be
interpreted that
there.
well.
Yeah.
Round of
Yeah.
applause for
Wow,
me.
way to go.
Hey, we got a follow! Yay! Matt M,
Yes.
33, love it.
Sean's rolling insults and
Love it.
followers are pouring in. It's good. Welcome. Thank you.
This is what the people want.
This is
Love
how
it.
it's gonna
We
be
love it.
for like 3 hours. That's it.
Okay,
That's how
I
it
asked on Instagram if anybody had any questions. I want to do this rapid fire because there was a lot of questions here. So
Wow.
yeah, let's get into
I
business.
don't know
Okay.
anything.
But I asked, it was
know
Here we go.
anything.
don't be too concerned.
Okay.
Don't be too concerned. I asked on if anybody had any idea or have any questions about content creation or streaming. One response said yes. That was it. The second response said how many butts?
All of them?
Yes,
Approximately
the answer is
zero.
also yes.
I mean, at this
My
table
answer
there's
is
4.
yes, Yeah.
Add a butt.
Oh, Frank. Yeah.
That is
Okay.
bad.
Yeah.
I don't
Boobacorn
know.
butt. Dino
I don't
butt.
know.
Oh, that's green. There is no
Yes.
butt.
I don't
Cover.
know.
You're
cover
all
Good.
goblin.
Good green screening, everybody.
DDD.
How far are you from affiliate? Oh, I'm so far away from affiliate, Bacon
Sean's
Fish.
willfully
Hey,
not
we got a $10
affiliate.
dono. What does this do? That in here at this moment
Nothing.
does nothing.
I mean, it sets that off.
Wow.
You should tell them what the.
I will tell them.
Okay, well,
but we
you know.
have to be quiet because there's a big announcement going on. You can't hear it. It's a big announcement
I
going
can
on.
hear it a little bit. It's just Sean. It's just surround sound, Sean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pause. Sean is pregnant.
That was from the Alliance.
Hi, PRK.
That donation was from the Alliance.
Oh, the Alliance.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the Alliance is, but I appreciate
sus.
I'm
the
pretty sus.
They're
I
mysterious.
gotta say, I'm pretty sus.
They are
Big
mysterious.
Dono Alliance is sus. That's true. Well, right
Andrea
now
says they don't hear it.
The way that
they don't
it's
hear it.
Threatening.
Well, that sucks.
Any reference to the Alliance or the Ombudsman Council, deeply threatening. Fear in my heart immediately.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. I just need to do a thing. Should we be sus of the Alliance?
Oh,
We heard nothing. You will now. You will hear now.
Not so good.
okay. Okay. What does that mean?
I don't know.
We know less.
That's just still
Put it
making
in
us
the Instagram.
concerned.
Yes,
Yeah, that's just
yeah.
adding to the
Okay,
level of
excellent.
concern. Thank
Perfect,
you,
yeah.
Matt.
Biggest
Thank you
nerd.
all.
Thank you,
Big
Oracle.
Dono
Oracle
Illuminati.
8.
Yeah.
That's good.
Alliance.
It's very good.
That's good.
It's very good. Yes. All the donations do go to helping do all kinds of fun stuff in this space. Normally, sometimes we're playing Fortnite, and people like to troll me with that. The donations usually help ruin my life. Today, they don't do anything. Today they just go into a nice big pot of change, and we say that's amazing. Thank you for coming in. And we're doing all kinds of different projects in here, and the whole point of Do More Cool Shit is so that we can help other people do more cool shit. Whether that's making videos, making records, making all kinds of stuff. We're donating money. We're donating time, space, equipment, all that good stuff. So all the donos just go into that little pot, and we appreciate them. Today we say thank you.
Thank you.
Tuesday, Thursday, we probably say a different thing. But for today, thank you.
Bad word. The bad word.
Yeah.
What's the bad word? Can I say bad words?
You can say as many bad words as you want. This is on my channel. You can just
The
Sean
word
doesn't
is
care if he's there.
nerd. That's the word that Sean's calling it.
Fuck shit, bitch, fuck. Nerds.
Wow. Very different from the bad word that I said.
I usually don't say that many bad words.
At least not
Let it be known,
consecutively. Yeah.
Kim is the most R-rated.
More Alliance.
Understand.
More Alliance.
That's how you know.
That's good.
More
That's good.
Alliance.
Hot
Still don't know what
You
this
need
does.
to unninja
Yeah, and
yourself.
very
right.
unclear.
Tuesdays and
Immediately.
Thursdays, everyone's
Very
assholes.
Who are you?
Today. Thank you.
It does nothing. It does nothing.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
does. It does nothing.
Wow.
Am shocked.
Pretty picture.
Go, Kim, go. Sharing is caring. Thank you.
Thank you, the Alliance.
Was
Thank
that
you.
Weston?
Yes.
That's
Thank you, the Alliance. That's very nice.
Kim's a
They
library.
never
It
troll
was
you.
sinister,
I think
yes.
all of you.
Yeah, Rue, there's a reason for that. Someday I'll share the story.
Dudlick says wildly
Today's
inappropriate.
that day.
Dudlick,
Dudlick says wildly inappropriate, even though he
Dudlick's
can't hear
upset.
anything.
We've upset.
He has the speakers off and he's just looking at our
Dudlick's
faces.
delicate
And he
ears.
says it's wildly
Can you tell
inappropriate.
him to look closer?
Okay, Dudlick. Well, no, I can't because
Really
he's
friendly.
with the fucking type. Yeah, there. Dudlick, this is for you, Dudlick.
Oh.
Oh, wait, I could play the Jenny button for Dudlick.
Oh, yeah, you
Wait,
should.
Dudlick, this is for you.
There it is. Aww.
There it is.
That's so
There
nice.
it is.
It's real nice.
How
It's
we
good.
welcome people.
Thank you for the Jonos, the Alliance. Okay, you ready for question number 3? This is question number 3.
Okay.
Yeah, 1
what
and
is-
2 were fine, so let's
They
go.
were butts.
Yeah.
What is your favorite dinosaur?
Ooh, Triceratops.
Brontosaurus.
Ankylosaurus, close second.
How do you pick a favorite of dinosaurs?
That's fair.
Wow.
Valid.
The ones that are still alive.
Yeah.
Alligators.
Nice.
Alligators are. What about birds? I thought birds.
Also
were
birds.
supposed to
Sure,
Also
yeah,
birds
some birds.
aren't real.
Well, if they are not robots, yeah.
be- The birds aren't real. Yeah, birds are not real. T-Rex.
Did you not know that?
Stegosaurus is
Yes, I did put my last fucking box.
I'm
That's true.
learning. It's growth.
Bacon fish.
It's
Mark
happening.
just yells and says he hates it everywhere.
Dudlick,
Good.
just to be clear, this is why I learned.
That's true. Yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
ask
That's true. That's
Sean's
fair.
deck.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
If you want
Bacon.
wholesome,
Dudlick, I hope you're having a
content,
lovely Saturday.
Go follow Dudlick.
Dudlick, I don't care how your Saturday's going.
There you go. Thank you, Kim. Okay, here's the question number. Wait, what's question 1, 2, 3, 4? This was question number 5. Who is your favorite streamer and why is it Kim?
Oh,
Oh,
Yes.
I mean, delicious. It's
They
right
didn't
up
say
there with my
Imaginary
favorite
Friend, so I'm
dinosaur.
sure there is another stream out there that has Kim.
I don't think so.
There are no other Kims.
I think
I am
Kim's
the only
corner.
Kim.
Yeah.
The Kim.
Eat shit.
has
Dudlick
murdered
told
all
you to eat
other
shit.
Kims
Yeah.
and absorbed their energy.
Yeah.
So the Kim is.
Hey, more Alliance stuff. There we go. That one was from
More
BRK.
Alliance.
Thank you, BRK.
BRK.
More
you,
Alliance
BRK.
stuff. I
Thank
appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Very
Thank
suspicious
you.
BRK and also high five.
Very
Shut
nice.
up,
More
Shut up.
Alliance stuff.
Look at crap.
Thank you.
I don't think that went as BRK intended. I don't think that went
Unninja.
exactly.
Look at that little goal. We're moving. The goal's
Ninja.
moving. We're doing it.
Sweet,
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
absurd loveliness.
Yes, I did copyright the name
very nice.
Kim.
Yeah.
Thank you, Franco,
Yes.
for
You did
reminding
not.
everyone.
Yeah.
You don't know how to do that. Are you fucking kidding me? How you have to write a letter and send it to in the mail? Nobody would ever read that.
Listen, I did once have a copyright on the word vulva.
Really?
Yes.
But now it's free,
during
folks.
a
You
birthday-
too
Now
can
it's
use
free.
it.
You can
Your
use it.
vulvas are free.
Free
Let your vulvas free.
That's great. That's great.
Danny's happy to be here.
Kim Possible.
You wanted to sit on that side of the table. Now you gotta look at me.
Immediate
Poor
regret.
Andrea. Andrea's
Uh.
just trying to figure out how to handle any of this.
What's Andrew doing now?
Free
Sorry? Oh,
vulvas.
face palm.
Yeah.
Free vulvas. There, hashtag free vulvas. There you go. Okay.
Wow.
You figured it out.
Wait, do you have a favorite streamer? Does anybody here have a favorite streamer? Other than obviously all the 4 of us, obviously duh. But like,
How
you know,
Oh,
do you?
I don't know.
How
I don't
do
think
you?
so.
I had a great favorite streamer, but he quit, so it's fine.
Was it Let's Bra?
No, I didn't say that.
I think it was.
I didn't say that.
I bet it,
I didn't
bet
say
you-
that. It's fine. He
I bet
quit.
you cry.
I made him
still
quit.
about you
It's too
made-
bad. I gave too much money. Sorry.
You made you and Rage quit.
Okay, well, here's question number 6. Who can eat the most passion flakies?
Me.
No,
Definitely
it's
not me.
No, it's definitely me.
100% I could
Oh
not.
my
Definitely
God.
me.
Let's
Let's do it.
I'm
I
in.
will
I'm
have
Okay.
a passion.
They
in.
both said it so
Yes.
fast that
Round 3. Round 3,
Yeah.
episode 3,
Yeah.
which is in 3 more months.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's going to be a
Passion
box of
flakies.
12 passion
Yes.
flakies here on the
Yes.
table.
I could crush that.
Danny, you and I do not have to participate.
Okay, so
It's
can I
just
Crush
film?
that.
yeah, we don't have to participate in that. Yeah, that's nonsense.
I can.
Who has the biggest beard?
I'm a close second, I think.
I
Yeah.
really like all of these questions very
Yeah.
much.
No, but now
Like
this
all
is
these
nice.
questions.
I was a
Good,
little
this is
nervous.
fun.
I didn't
Uh,
like the word speed
Good.
round. It
Yeah.
made me feel stressed. I felt stressed.
Yes.
Like when I maybe
Yes.
had to play Jeopardy with Cause, and I was like, I don't want to do that at
No.
all. This is
Thank you, BRK. Was on my way to bed, a bit tired, want to get up early tomorrow.
Love you,
Thank you, BRK. Thank
Love
you.
you, BRK.
Appreciate it. Also, I really appreciate this. It might be the drugs, but you all seem like
That look-
multiverse versions of
That's
each
just
other.
what it's like in Canada.
Wow.
That's just how people look.
It's just Canadians. That's what we are.
Yeah, we're multiverse versions of each other.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Well done, Andrea.
Find
Instead
that
of
unsettling that Sean and I could be the same people from alternate realities.
fuck yeah.
There's a lot would have had to go
Fuck
very
yeah.
differently. Pretty
Very,
early on.
like,
Wolves, peens, dinos,
A
and goblins.
lot had to
Woo!
go. A lot had
They're all
to
the
go
same.
wrong.
They're all the same.
Very funny bacon fish. Very
We love
funny.
it. We love it. All Canadians are secretly the same person. That's true. That's true, Franco.
Yeah, it helps us conserve.
It's Andrea.
You're dating all of us.
Yep. Yep.
Sort of matches the thoughts. If you all what? If you all
Flipped your cameras upside down, it'd be 3 beards to 1.
did,
For
did he
Dudley,
write
we'd all be
alt
full.
or did he just write all twice? Was that the
Right.
drugs?
Yes.
You know, turned out.
Yes and yes.
Okay. Thank you, Dudley. Very good. I appreciate it. That's the
winning at
drugs.
the
Okay,
question
good.
round?
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
another question
you're
here.
really good.
Another question. Who has the big spirit?
Secretly
Sorry.
a Canadian. 9, yes.
Am I sorry for all of the things that are going to happen today? That was a
You
question.
specifically?
No, that was a question that came in. I don't know who's sorry for
Is
it,
the
but
asker sorry?
yeah, the asker
Well, I
seems
need
to be
know
sorry.
what they
Fucking, are you sorry?
I don't know who it is.
Was
But
the
you need
asker
us-
BRK?
You need
No.
us to tell you you're sorry?
Who's got
Because
drugs?
BRK is not sorry. No.
Is Canadian.
No.
Czech is also Canadian. There we go. Very good. We love it. If you're Canadian, you're one of us. Alliance forever. Another $10 dono. Appreciate it. Thank you very much,
Amazing.
the Alliance.
Good job,
Very
Alliance.
More
good.
alliance. These are
Good job.
Very good.
So wholesome.
You cheered the thought of being Sean and another reality.
channel has
Dan and calling our chat
Andrea
idiots.
loves
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
most wholesome that has
Yeah.
ever occurred
Right?
on
This is the best.
channel,
Also, if we
and
do-
I'm really enjoying it.
Yes.
So we do have the little gold bar. The little
Yeah,
gold bar.
remember.
If we do happen to break the 100, that does affect Twitch. That does affect Tuesday and Thursday
as a whole.
Fortnite.
Oh,
Twitch
Play.
as
That's
a whole.
like Twitch just shuts down.
Twitch.
It might. It could.
Shuts all the Twitch
You don't know the power I got.
That's good. That's good.
I shudder to think. Where is horde representation? That is the question. Fraser, what?
Who would ask a
don't even
butt
understand
question?
that
I voted Alliance is imposter. Very good.
Who would ask a butt question?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So many people. Also, somebody said, can you
Someone would've put
imagine
a butt
Danny
on
calling
it.
her chat idiots?
Literally never.
I mean, if she has enough
Literally
letters on her board to be able to write it.
Never.
never?
Not even a single once.
Not even one of them, though?
even-
But you've thought of probably calling me an idiot, right?
If there's one person that I would think of, no.
Right? Right? Come on. I've tried so hard for so many years.
Sean just peeks his head into the chat. I'm like, oh no.
I'm trying to think even like offline.
And I know straight up our moderators are like, Sean's here, everybody. Everybody
Yeah.
just laser focus on the chat right now. What's about to happen?
I just usually put the tip in, that's all.
Why? Why?
Yes.
You're 8
Small tip in.
It was
Self.
so wholesome just for a moment.
Right?
And I was like, and that's what happens when we invade Sean's stream.
Look at, and then Franco does exactly that. Sean.
Yeah.
And then there's a mention that
Yeah.
Sean and I could potentially be the same people.
We're the same people. Yeah, you and me, Daddy. We're the same.
I don't know,
We're
man.
the same.
And
We're the
Danny's
same.
Like, oh no.
Oh, geez.
Uh,
gosh.
Oh jeez.
okay. Well, here we go. Want to
Okay.
start? Want to chat?
I guess so.
We're in the
Wait,
stream.
we haven't
Are we
Sorry,
good?
Three,
This is
two,
the start.
1. Everything that just happened, disregard.
Yeah, obviously. That's the part I cut out from the. Yes, the part I'm going to cut out. Don't worry
Cut
about
all
it.
that out.
Perfect.
Cut all that out.
Okay, we're here. Episode 2. We talked about a lot of stuff. Also, if you haven't gone and checked it out yet, if you go to the Do More Cool Shit YouTube, the VOD is there.
I think it's pronounced YouTubes.
YouTube.
You think that's how it's
tube.
pronounced?
You got to go to the tubes. Go to the YouTube.
If you go through a series of tubes,
So incredulous.
Dudlick said he was doing drugs. You didn't say that. Could you
Maybe
please
Dudlick decided to
inform
share.
us when you come in here on
Dudlick's
stream whether or not you're on drugs?
wildly
You're fine. You're
inappropriate.
fine.
We've offended Dudley.
We're just on- we're
Stop
just-
it, sensitive.
Other
We've
Sean-
offended Dudlick?
It's on the
Yeah,
caffeine.
Dudley
Sean
says this
says
is
I'm
so
fine.
wildly inappropriate.
Oh,
I'm only
yeah,
on the
that's true.
caffeine and the karaoke. That's all
Andrea
I-
has a question.
Okay.
Andrea, I have a question.
Yes, Andrea.
Go ahead.
Thank you
Yes.
for
Type,
being-
type
Stop
it away.
everything, Andrea. Andrea, what is it? Andrea, tell us.
Sorry,
What do you need?
I wasn't
What do you
there.
need? Not it down.
Oh wow. Okay, sorry. Excuse me. No arts or songs for an hour. Did you just sass the 22-minute intro?
No, it's
Ooh,
valid. No, it's valid.
that's a great question.
Have
That's
I
a
ever
very
told
good
you
question.
that I love you.
I actually have a mug right now that is specifically when Twitch itself trolled me.
This is why Andrea is my VIP.
Personally attacked.
That's why she is the VIP.
Captain,
Excellent
you
question,
know,
Andrea.
I might have done art during my pop-up.
Also,
You
Dudlick
know
said,
my
"Bro,
secret
you all
stream."
just said the stuff earlier wasn't there. You can't bring it up now."
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
No
So he
reference
was
to
not. Yeah, you can't bring it
earlier
up
on in the
that he
episode.
was offended.
Got it.
It's fine. Moving on.
The record's been
Erase all that
clean
nonsense.
slate.
wiped clean. Everybody, clean slate.
I wasn't paying attention.
Good. Forget everything. You are like
Okay.
your own Men in Black, and just
Wow.
It's perfect.
I feel seen by that.
I'm glad.
Good. Okay. What part of serious question?
Oh.
Serious question.
Okay.
Get your shit
I'm
together.
sorry.
Everybody.
Everybody shut up.
No, it's fine. Everybody
hurry
calm down.
Quickly. Sean is...
I'm so
It's
sipping
funnier when you do that. Don't. Okay, everybody. Everybody's trying to get serious.
Yes.
Sean's about to ask a serious
That's
question.
better. I feel better. I feel better now.
It's fine.
Comforted.
It's good.
Just to be safe, Andrea. Wow, I've seen.
It's good. I
Okay,
think
sorry,
that's the
did
one.
you-
Is this the one? Yeah, that's the one. No,
There.
that's not.
What do you want to
Close.
do now?
This one?
Oh, there.
No.
Yeah.
Here,
What do you wanna
wait.
do?
No. Here, wait.
We're having
No.
serious
This one.
questions.
Wow.
Okay, that's good.
Fine.
Okay.
Just waiting.
Don't worry about the serious nonsense over there.
Okay.
Okay. Fun's over, everyone. Sean's angry. Posture check. There you go. That's right. Everybody sit up.
Sit up.
It's fine.
All right.
Danny, you don't have to sit up. Your camera's off.
Also, you're tall. Get lower.
So mean.
Also, she wore a toque to be taller.
Yeah, what the shit?
Let me just moonwalk out of here right now. It's been lovely. Thank you.
Bye.
Give Danny
check-in
back.
where I was-
Listen, Andrew, when Danny behaves here, she can be on camera.
Wow.
Stop behaving, she's out of
Wow.
camera.
Wow.
That's it.
Fine.
She's gone.
There is no
I know what's happening.
favoritism. There's no favoritism
Thank
here.
you. Thank you very much.
It's okay, Danny's gone, but we have a new guest
The
now.
role of Danny will be played.
Also, that your sweater jacket coat
It's
thing
good.
it kind of goes with
Wow.
it looks
That's perfect.
it looks right.
Hang on. Thank you.
I apologize, everybody. I was trying to get this thing started. My apologies. People are going.
You're so cute. Oh.
Okay.
It's serious question time, Kim.
Sorry.
Wow. The dinosaur.
Oh yeah, outfit well planned. Another Canadian. I like that he did turn his sound back on though. He did turn his sound back on.
Yeah.
Dudlick was
Necessary.
only watching, but now he has sound on.
We've lured him in.
That's
That
fair,
was
that's
the purpose
fair.
of the 22-minute
This is
intro.
how we
We
do
Hi,
should
Christy
get that
Deal. Hi,
done.
St. Clair.
Mute.
Sean says,
You're just in time for the.
just go down like
Hi,
this. Is this
DMK.
better, Kim?
Almost. Wait, can I a little bit lower?
I don't think you should be telling Danny to go. No, stop.
Razor.
Stop telling Danny to go down. It's inappropriate on this channel.
Wow.
Okay,
Danny,
here we
I want
go.
you to get low.
Get low would be more appropriate. Thank you. Yes, thank you. It's good. If you could karaoke that for us, that'd be wonderful. You know how everybody likes to do karaoke on this channel.
Okay.
Well, it's going fine.
We're doing a
This is
great
how you
job.
thought your Saturday was going to go, right?
100%.
Okay, good.
Exactly this way.
I'm just happy. I'm just over the moon that we're the same person. That's my favorite. We can end stream right now.
It's a win.
Just,
Yeah.
I'm so glad we went through the choreography beforehand too. I feel like it's going
Dudlick would like some
really
attention. Dudlick says, "Hey guys, partner streamer here. Everyone look at me."
Oh,
Dudlick's playing his partner card.
Wow.
Dudlick is playing his partner card. But we have a partner sitting at the table, Dudlick. I don't need you to look at you. We have a fucking partner sitting right there. She's right
what it
there.
is.
When she's allowed on camera, she's right there.
She's like, I'm on camera.
Hey, did you know?
I've been told to repeatedly leave, but apparently
Immediately.
Did you know that Dudlick was allowed to play Fortnite with me on Thursday? That was nice.
allowed.
Yeah, he's allowed. He really appreciated that. Yeah. He loved that.
You're
Incredible
really
respect.
boosting people in the
Yeah, it's
community.
nice. Well, you know, you gotta
He
keep
was
those
on, like, a
partners in
little
check,
effort.
you know?
Gotta
We're
keep us
helping out.
humble.
You gotta keep those partners in
I know.
check.
Just like last time, like Sean's like the
9
only thing I did last time was call you dumb.
Just
That's all you remember.
Just gotta keep you grounded.
Nine, don't think I don't see you hiding your partner check flex. Don't
Yeah.
think I don't see you hiding that purple check mark.
you think we don't know? You think we don't know?
Nine's no longer listening.
that
She's not
Nine's
watching.
not watching.
Hidden,
She's not
yeah.
watching. She's turned off her
It's on
partner
you,
check.
it's hidden. The check is hidden.
That's it. 9 knows
She's
that
just
I'm here.
listening.
9.
Listen.
9. Make direct eye contact
Yeah.
with me, even
Yeah.
though you're not watching. But you know that I'm here, even if Sean's turned off the camera. Okay.
I do what I want.
Wow.
I do what I want.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
She just said, shh.
Hey, 9.
Doing really
I
well.
think I love you so much. Can
Nine.
you keep
Wow.
blasting
Turn
us
into
from
some
chat?
ASMR.
Wait, I'm confused, Dudlick.
Wow.
Dudlick, I'm very confused by Dudlick. Sorry, I couldn't hear you all. Partners have an affiliate mute button, so I can only hear Danielle. But wait, Dudlick,
Sean's not an
what the fuck's the matter with you? Brenda and Kim are both affiliates, so you can still hear them. You still got it wrong, Druggy.
I think
Druggy? Who says
I think it
druggy?
was to mute affiliates. He's saying he has a mute button for affiliates.
I love this.
No.
I love this.
Oh,
It's
but
supposed
I'm
to
not
be,
even
like,
affiliate then, so you can't mute
educational,
me.
And now we're just
Oh.
saying that
Shit.
it's fine.
Just fighting with
We're
Dudley
Doing
now.
well.
Wait,
Wow.
All of these are true facts.
Nine
That's
is going
fine.
through badges. That's true.
Speak up. Yeah, Nine's just cycling all those good bad turbo.
Kim, we
Never
can't
mind.
afford another restraining order. That says Andrea.
Oh, fuck. So
Act
true.
cool.
What about badges?
Captain, look at that beautiful. What's that? Is that the one for doing the recap? The little 2023 one? Is that for Twitch recap?
I don't know.
Or top user? What is that one for? The purple one?
I don't
We
know.
don't need no.
Somebody asked me about affiliate earlier.
badges.
We don't
Oh,
need
There
them.
you go.
This is it. That's
I
my
know.
explanation.
You will
No affiliate here. So I can just take all your riches and I can just pour them on to somebody else.
And also you've
Makes it
evaded
rain.
all of the people can only interrupt you in very
right.
specific ways that you have
That's true.
chosen.
Brenda, could you reach over and just push that little shutter button on that camera?
This one?
Seems like it's got just a little bit, just a little wee bit. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's enough.
Oh, a pop-up. Brenda just broke
Too
it.
many.
There's an
It's too many.
exclamation mark.
Oh God.
It's fine.
Movie recording starts
Oh God.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
the worst.
Everything is
with
broken.
the
Right.
movie
When Brenda touches
button.
something.
Okay.
Everything
Just we look a
breaks
little fuzzy,
when
don't we? Do you
Brenda's
think
in
we
the
look a
room.
little fuzzy?
I
Is
think
the
that might
autofocus
be
here?
your facial hair and my frizz.
I would help
You
if
think
there was
so?
a pop-up.
I don't know.
I don't
Chad, what
know.
do you think? Are
Just
Sean and I in
okay.
focus, or is Sean
I-
gonna
what are you asking me
bring
for?
Should I press
shame
it?
to
I-
our
Yeah.
household?
This looks-
You have to.
I apologize.
I always say fuck it.
So
I double dog dare
Sean
you.
has a disease
you want me to press
where
the
he
button,
can't
Karen?
leave things
I can
out
press
of
more
focus.
buttons.
No, you guys stop it.
I can press buttons like you
Stop.
press
No, it's
buttons
perfect.
in my
Now it looks
stream.
like there we go.
Oh, is that a
razor
button
sharp.
that
can
you
fuck
don't want
things
me
up.
to press?
Let
'Cause
me
I
fuck
can-
Stop that nonsense.
Let me fuck things up.
I focused
Wait.
it. It's fine.
Nobody focused nothing. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I got bored with the RP. Being fake hockey. It's hard.
You're not fuzzy IRL saint. They very
so
much so
funny.
are.
Dudlick, you're amazing. We love you here as a partner. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're an
Dudlick
excellent
is a
human
delight.
being. Your beard is almost as good as mine.
Dudlick
Someday
is
you'll be
one
good.
of my favorite grumpy streamers. Watching Dudlick get real mad about being in a
Oh.
blimp and then dancing.
You know what the
again,
best part of
delightful.
Dudlick is,
that
though?
is
Is
my
that blimp thing he
favorite.
made. That animation
I
he
really
loves.
like the
He
blimp.
loves his
I
blimp.
really like
Have you ever
that.
seen Dudlick's blimp?
Oh, when we rated in the blimp
So
happened,
good.
and the blimp wasn't working, so it was
So
even
good.
more perfect.
It was so good.
everything I ever wanted. On
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Delightful.
Mark's
tell him I said
amazing.
that.
Don't
Yeah.
tell. We won't tell him.
We won't tell him. He's not
tell him.
listening. It's fine.
Nine, be careful though. You don't have you've got your partner check flex back on, so I
No,
think
no, it's
you're
fine.
The only
All
one
partners
that
are
Dudlick
good.
can hear.
All partners are welcome. God, I hope Biden gets confused. We invade you. Dudlick, you can just come to Canada. You and I can fight it out in the parking lot with Danny. Danny will
I
ref.
have cheese gloves.
Oh, cheese glove. Yeah, that's true. That's nice. That's really good. I like that. I have cheese gloves. I have cheese gloves.
I'll bring the pool noodles.
It's very exciting.
Nice.
Wait, you're bringing
nice.
Roz's hands?
Yeah, exactly. If we invade Canada, do we get free healthcare? Yeah.
Free healthcare.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
pretty
injured
sure.
in
I'm
battle,
pretty sure
yes.
you're gonna save us from our universal health care.
I think we just didn't. Isn't most healthcare just like a dipping of maple syrup? Isn't that you just dip people
That's
in
why
there,
it's
put the
so
baby in the
easy to do,
maple
yeah.
syrup? Isn't that what we do? Isn't that what you do with your babies?
my God.
No, you cover
Wow.
them in the Smucker's jam for films.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For
Got
for
it.
what?
For films. For
All
the
your
Film.
healthcare are
You just gotta put
belong to
Smucker's
us.
jam on that noggin, and then like, oh, it's a newborn.
Oh.
And then
oh.
everybody pretends that this like
concerned.
your old baby just came out of this woman. It's
Right.
Like, oh, it's just a Smucker's
Holy
jam.
shit! Is this where babies
Poor
come from?
babies.
I like watching a
Smuckers.
lot of
Smuckers, I know.
They come from the Smucker's
I love
jam
watching
jar.
behind
Yeah.
the scenes of
It's a-
all of the movie making. And so
It's a
they're like,
myth
oh,
that
this
they come
is-
out of
yeah.
ladies.
You heard it
You're
here
learning it
first,
here.
folks. Was
Thank
that-
God that this is
We're
what we're
gonna watch
talking
some
about.
special
Was
effects
one of the
makeup
questions where
videos
babies
later.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
already
yeah.
answered
Very
it.
fun.
We're doing so
Very
good.
cursed. Just babies covered in Smuckers.
Oh,
Next
the
time you see
Brits
a
are
baby
also coming.
in
Oh,
a TV
great.
show,
Awesome.
it's just covered in jam.
Come on in, everybody.
Yeah, the Brits are also invading.
Come on over. Yeah, that sounds
The
great.
Brits are invading.
We're hosting
How did
everyone.
we get here?
There's a lot of emotes now. Nobody's talking anymore. They're just putting emotes.
That is
It's
both a
wonderful.
great, small, and
Appreciate it. Thank you.
enormous
I like
question.
that I didn't take us there at all.
Yeah.
I just
Even
been
like
Yeah,
all of us.
Danny took us there,
I
right?
don't know. How?
That's what Danny
You were
brought
talking
there.
about dipping babies in maple syrup.
I-
I'm
yeah,
pretty
Yeah,
sure.
that. But then you talked about
50-50.
putting them in the jar of jam.
No, I talked
putting
about
jam
just,
on them.
just slamming that Smuckers all over that baby for
But
the
don't-
movie.
Don't say
Don't-
the word teen,
don't
but I'll talk about smothering babies in jam.
It's special effects makeup. Apparently, it's just strawberries. It's a creator check-in. Maybe they're filming
so
babies.
Lovely, yeah.
in the
Yeah.
chat. It's
Well,
beautiful.
except for Nine just told Dudley to shut the fuck up.
They don't mean that kind of thing.
Loving. Christine! Drogo, get that out of here.
What bird prevents pregnancy?
What bird? What?
That's what Baconfish just said. What
I
bird
don't
prevents
know.
pregnancy?
I'm not sure. It feels like a setup.
It is a setup.
I followed it with a heart, says Nine.
No.
Your cards. Wow. I do like that Nine. I do like that the two partners in the chat are just
Yeah, no,
battling it
that's
out.
They're
you know?
like siblings in the
good.
back
They're like,
seat on the car trip.
my check mark's bigger than
sitting
your
there like-
check mark.
That'll be the next thing. They'll introduce like size.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you'll
yeah.
Be able to like
Yeah.
scale up and scale down the check mark.
Yeah.
Ew.
Wow.
Imagine.
This just goes back to what we were just talking about before the stream that we're not allowed to say.
Oh my god. Don't no.
Kim doesn't remember.
No.
Do you know how many drugs she's on right now? She's not gonna remember anything.
I'm not allowed to
We're
say.
not allowed, and we're not even allowed to talk about the first 22 minutes of stream. So
No,
let's
that
move
did-
past
That's right. I
that.
think now we're not even allowed to talk about how fucking long have we been on here?
Well,
34
It's
minutes?
the start of the stream. Well,
Are we ready to start? You want to start?
Are we
Let's
ready?
start.
How
Let's
long's
start.
the intro now?
Welcome to Creator Check-In, episode 2. I'm joined by Artinjest and
Hello.
imaginary friend and Danielle Allard, also known as
everybody.
GMCS because we're all the same people.
Yeah.
Welcome in, everybody. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us. We're going to have a very serious conversation about creating and streaming and how our life's going and how your life's going and all that stuff. So
Great.
this is it. We're here.
wait.
Thank God we're starting now.
Wow.
This is good.
Mel.
Thumbs up
hi,
from everybody.
Melanie.
Mel.
Mel is a delight.
Lemony.
Lemony's amazing.
Wonderful. Welcome in.
Hi Mel, how are you?
All right. I got a serious question.
Oh, God.
I have a serious question.
Okay.
What part of the streaming process is your favorite part of the streaming process?
Whoa.
I have a serious question. What part of it? Because there's so many friggin' parts to streaming.
Yeah, there is.
You got a favorite part? Do you like being on camera? Do you like
so
prepping?
many
Do you like, what's the thing?
So hard.
Thank you.
Thanks for the follow
I'm just here to
tag.
stump you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I do? My favorite is actually not technically the streaming part. My favorite is the community projects. We talked about this a little bit last time about how when we were all kind of in the same art scene doing community engaged art, and then when we started streaming, it is community engaged art. Like it is actually in a lot of ways the same job, except now when I'm like, hey, do you all want to make a kids book together?
Yeah.
It doesn't, like, there's no limitations on geography or anything, and we can all, I like when we do projects and events and stuff. I like all the stuff that we do as a community
Cool.
that has nothing to do with like me being on stream, really.
Well, I think that's the whole streaming thing, right? Is the community aspect. So also just the getting to know people that you would never have the chance to have ever met. Like that's been really powerful for me the last few years of being able to transcend geography, in some ways even transcend time zones. Like it's wild. You're just talking with people and it's a completely different time of day for everybody. But I think when you're a creator, I mean, a lot of us kind of have stories about feeling left out or feeling a little bit uncomfortable in certain communities and certain environments. And all of a sudden it just kind of feels like you were able to find your people and you're just so limited by geography for so long.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Kim?
Yeah, I think I would have to echo a lot of that. I really like when people come in and they're like, oh my God, I too have 5 kittens running loose in my fucking head at all times. I don't know what's happening. Or,
Right.
you know, like, I also have a similar identity to you. Like, I just I like that people get to, like, watching people make friends in chat is really fun, I find.
Super, super.
Thank you, Jack.
Stack Mel.
Thank you. Thanks for following.
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting. But there are so many different parts. Like, I don't know. I always love. I like playing with. Like, my favorite thing is like finding the way to fuck around with chat. You know, how we can all like play and have some fun. And,
Exactly.
And like, you know, it's funny because it is like
A bunch of boners.
we used to do like community projects a lot out on the street, and I was doing a lot of that stuff. pre-pandemic, and then we weren't, and now I'm trying to figure out ways to like support what we're doing here, and chat comes along, and that's interesting, and whatever the streaming, whatever's fine. it's the playing, that's the fun part for me, is like how can I play and with other folks, and how can we all stay in that state of mode, and just figuring out like that. I actually, for me, probably like part of that is like figuring out the tech part of it.
You like the tech.
Like
too,
I
yeah.
like
You can get
digging in and being like,
satisfaction
well,
out
how
of
could
that,
I
yeah.
make, especially because I'm not affiliate. I think that's been a cool thing for me to kind of play around with, of like, how can I still do the same things but in a different way,
Yeah.
You do a lot
So
of
that's been
gaming the
fun.
system.
Like we have that what's that stupid thing now? You can do a heist that you can. So like we can have points now, but we're doing a heist. But like sometimes heist works, sometimes it doesn't. We don't really know where it's leading. But all of that stuff's just fun to me.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh cool. I want to sleuth that. It's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now that I said the really nice thing, I also want to say that holy shit, I
Yeah.
love snarking people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
You're so good at it.
Also, like, I just feel like all those years as a bartender has given me this gift of snark and being able to call someone a boner, and they're like, thank you.
Yeah. Right?
You too are a boner. I love that shit. It's so good.
I think from the tech perspective, I don't think most streamers would say their favorite part is the tech part.
Yeah.
But I think that there's some things, that's why we're all kind of on this platform and love this platform. For me, which was a revelation, which is also a community aspect. For me, one of my favorite parts of the actual stream itself is the raid part. So just being able to go in and
raiding.
especially when I'd started, like not having, I kind of feeling this powerlessness, feeling this inability to make any change or make any difference in a pandemic where there's people working in these fields who are like everyday first responders, like making such a huge colossal difference, and I'm just at home. My superpower is being a weirdo. So finding out that, oh wow, we can actually go and just drop all of our friends in this place and start a hype train, and it doesn't need to feel like, okay, sometimes you're seeing these folks who can really incredibly financially support a place, and I always liked being able to do that, but I could never do that on my own in the magnitude that some folks can. So being able to go and, okay, if we've all got that dollar at the end, like really having that sense of it's not that
Shield wall. Shield wall's coming in. Shield wall. Big old shield wall raid. Welcome in, shield wall. Big old charity stream. They were raising money for Dignity Matters.
Yeah.
nice.
Which is amazing.
Such incredible work.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
good
that's
time over
awesome.
there.
Cool.
Very cool.
Such a cool initiative. Hi, loves. Welcome
Nice to
in.
see everybody.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
I noticed some variation in the raid calls. Speaking of raids, there's some really great variations in this raid call. Shield burps her feelings. Wow.
Oh, wow.
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 That is relatable.
I have follow-up questions?
You have follow-up questions too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
okay.
I wanna
Okay,
know
go
how
for
it
it. Yeah, ask them.
I
We'll
wanna
ask them.
know. I
I
wanna
mean, we
know
did
how
interrupt
it went.
Danny though. Danny was having a very honest, nice
very-
answer,
Oh,
and then
nice.
somebody and Shield Wall had to come in right in here to
That
interrupt
is the
Danny.
nature of streaming.
Lord.
She'll just demonstrate for all of us how amazing raids are.
That's
and how
it's true. Yeah, just
life-changing
keeps fun
they
running.
can be.
Brig. I noticed you came in here. If you want to shout out the Shield Wall, that'd be great. You know how we love shout outs here, so
Shield.
that'd be great.
No more talking.
Bring it.
Only nail polish and burps.
Oh yeah, only nail polish and burps. Wow.
I subscribe to that channel. Where do I sign up? I'm so ready. I'm so ready for that content.
There you go. Thank you. Calm down. That's very. I appreciate that shout out. That's good.
Excellent.
friends.
Please go follow
Bye.
the Shield Wall. Shield Wall is
Neo.
great.
Yeah.
Hi, Neo.
I think it went well. Tell us how it
sounds
went
like
well.
You were all
Yeah.
fired up.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
That is also a really great example, though, I think, of what you were describing about being able to bring an excited, engaged community and say, like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this place and this person. Do you want to come with me? What an awesome thing to be able to model for
Yeah.
people.
Wow,
And
they
just
raised
being able to make such a
$1,500.
difference. Making such a difference. $1,514 raised
Yeah.
in the last stream.
Wow.
Wait, sorry?
What?
Who did what now?
Yep.
Yeah, they
Oh my
raised
gosh.
$1,500.
Do you know what their goal was?
Congratulations.
The Shield Walls. Shield wall's cool.
Sick.
I do not
Nice
know.
work.
Baby
They
goal.
fucking almost doubled it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's
What?
bananas.
Awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Look at Luke. Luke is
Yeah, goal was
bless Luke.
$800
Luke always in here with the facts. Luke, you
Dang.
can always trust.
Luke knew
to be
everything.
like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
made up,
Luke
this
was on
is
it.
cool,
Well, Luke
this
was on
is
it.
fun.
Luke was helping out on stream for sure.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Congrats, Shield.
Yeah.
That's freaking crazy.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was $800 was
Well
the goal,
done.
and then I
That's
think their stretch
huge.
goal was 900. And
fuzzy
obviously they
marker.
crushed
My
that.
baby goal got yeeted.
Yeah, freaking baby goals.
Text says Kim and Danny are fuzzy.
That's
You're
just
fuzzy?
it happens like IRL
Yeah,
occasionally.
that's true.
Yeah.
I'm very fuzzy.
It's part of
Comes
being
and goes.
Canadian.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just
That's
sometimes you follow.
that's the other camera. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. That's your camera.
Okay. Would you like me to try to do something?
I don't know.
Because sometimes
Do you want me to smash?
If you like wave your arms in front of it, it might.
yeah, maybe just hold your hands up and
There you
see
go.
it'll do a little autofocus.
I think it'll focus for you.
Yeah,
Maybe.
there you go.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll
Great
see.
work, everybody.
I don't know. We'll see. We're trying our best here, folks.
Yeah.
Yay!
What the fuck do we know?
Fast.
Yeah, what the fuck do we know? Also, I feel like because you were sitting up and then you leaned back, and then the camera was like, I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Oh, blame me. That's
I don't
so
know.
Sit
sense.
still.
No, that's
If you could just-
you know how hard that is.
Quintessential.
I
Wow.
know. I haven't been
Oh,
able to
no, the
stop
panic.
it really.
Oh my
You're
god.
fine. You're fine. Just breathe.
Good panicking.
Thank
Just
you.
rock back
It's
and
like,
forth.
ooh,
It'll be fine.
The mics are in
And if we
focus.
just
Oh,
do
the
it at the same
yeah, the mics
time,
could be in
yeah,
focus.
Then
That's
the camera
true.
will be fine.
Oh, the
We're
mics
not
could be in
moving.
focus. If you like just put the mics out of the frame just a little bit, maybe that'll do it.
And then put your little hands.
And then there, and then it's
Try
trying
to
to
like
find.
snake charm
There?
the camera a little bit.
Good call. Good call.
This is going well.
Look at all these smart people in here.
Everyone's so smart.
Neo in here being all smart and shit.
Yeah.
Neo is very smart.
It's good. So I have a second question, a second serious question for us.
Is it as hard?
It's probably harder actually. It's probably it might be the hardest question of the day.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I feel like we eased in there. We've been here for an hour. What else do we need? We just gotta get
No,
into it
less
here.
than that. 20 minutes. So none of that counts.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
None of
that's
that
true. Yeah,
counts.
20 minutes. Yeah, that's true.
So far, we've had with just one hard question and very heartfelt, nice answers. We're doing amazing.
That's good. That's good.
Everyone's doing
Okay, So what is streaming giving you, and what is it taking away from you?
Wow.
man.
So I think that streaming is giving me the freedom and the permission to be silly, to be imperfect, to learn things on the fly without being afraid of not knowing what the fuck is happening. And I think that those things bring me more comfort in life generally. So because I can experience that freedom on stream, I can feel that freedom in life. Yeah. And what is it taking?
Yeah, what's it taken away from you?
Wow.
Because it does take stuff from us, right?
Yeah, definitely. So I think that I can no longer consume content as just an audience member. I feel like it's so I used to work at a comedy club for a long time, and I for a long time could not watch comedy without breaking it down. Why does that work? Why doesn't that? And now it feel I can't walk anywhere and be like, ooh, why does that work? Why doesn't that work? Oh, what about this? I wonder if this could be better. What's the lighting about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't ruin the experience of consuming content, but it changes it. Yeah. So I think it just takes away that you can never unsee the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, I understand that.
For me, at first, I'm glad that you answered that, because I was like taking away. It's given me so much that it was hard for me to think about that. Because in these last few years, like just talking about that permission to fail, that permission to grow, and that failures are celebrated in a way that never happens. That was huge. That was absolutely huge for me. I powered through a lot of goals. I learned a lot of instruments. I tried a ton of new stuff, just because people were like celebrating pressing the wrong button all the time, right?
So much
Given
tech.
me kind of like a family, which is like a huge give of of being able to find so many people who mean so much to me now. I'm not gonna get emotional, stop it. And I think it's given me. Oh wow!
Thank you, Jimbo. Thank you, Jimbo.
Wow!
Jimbo liked your
It's
answer.
given Sean $5.
Yeah, that's what it's given. It's taken away from Danny and put it in my pocket. I don't know how that works, but that's how it works.
Getting emotional.
That's
Yeah.
good. I appreciate it. Ta-da! It's delightful.
I was gonna let you answer before I. No, thank you, Jimbo. That's very nice.
The headphones are giving. It's very good.
Oh yeah, I forget they're right there.
I think the third thing, just kind of giving you this incredible space to be yourself in a way that I don't feel like I could be for the longest time. And I'm so grateful. Like, I'm grateful every day. Like, Twitch has changed every single aspect of my life, like every single aspect of my life. But I think when you're talking about like what streaming has kind of taken from you, I think time.
Yeah.
Like, it's a gigantic time investment, and I don't know if folks really do understand how much work goes in between the streams. And I think when I'd started, I didn't understand the sheer amount of like administrative stuff and just the time in terms of like the emotional labor, which was really surprising for me. Going from, you have your circle here in Ottawa of folks that you know and people you see all the time and your community, to all of a sudden you have a whole lot of people who are coming and going all of the time. So that mental strain of multitasking all the time is like exhausting when you're streaming for hours on ends. And we all know, like, as soon as you press that like stop stream button, they're like, okay, good. My brain is now fried. I need to lay on the floor and maybe eat forever on the floor. But just that emotional labor of people coming and going, which I wasn't expecting. Like, you get really close to these people around the world, and sometimes they just disappear.
Yeah.
And there's always that part that's kind of wondering, like, if they're all right, if things are okay, which no part of me kind of anticipated that. And I think that there's also, as you kind of increase those degrees of separation with community members, some folks who kind of fly through and kind of expect that there is no time in between streams, that you're doing stuff like, oh, you finish streams, so you just have all the time in the world to just give to me individually. So what it's taken away from me is definitely the ability to answer messages.
Yeah.
Because when I started 4 years ago, I would, every single DM I could keep up with, and then it just became this like hundreds, thousands, and I can't even filter through them to know what it is I need to respond to. Sometimes people will be like, I messaged you on Facebook like 6 months ago, and I'm like, and Facebook sent me 700,000 million notifications. Now it's spamming me daily with people who tag @followers. It's like, they mentioned you. I'm like, thank you, Facebook, for this dumpster fire. I hate everything on these socials. So I think just the ability to engage with people one-on-one the way that I used to, it's definitely taken that.
Yeah, for sure. I think, can you move your black mug just to the side somewhere? I feel like it's found is that a dinosaur that's on the table? And also
We just move.
Imagine.
I think it's only
move it all.
It's only just, it's only focused on all of that.
Weird.
Yeah, it doesn't really want to see your faces. It just wants the dinosaurs. Barely. Not me.
Understandable.
Not me. I didn't say that. I'm just saying that that's there. There, it fixed it. Thank you. Thank you.
I have a solution to your
that it
Facebook
worked.
problem. You could just yeet Facebook.
I wish.
Okay.
I know.
All right, that's fair.
I know. Except every application I ever have to fill out as a musician requires a Facebook page and Instagram.
Oh, that's dumb.
For every single show, every single grant, every single anything that you apply for. They're always looking for
Yeah.
every
You
single
gotta have some
social.
kind of
Thank you,
presence.
Boo. I am smart.
Even TikTok. And I'm like, why TikTok though?
It's true. What about you, Brenda? What is streaming given and taken away from you?
Such a big question.
I mean, I think all of the things that you said are true. All of those resonate for sure from both of you. It's definitely given a place to play, a place to be silly, a place to fail publicly. It's also, in a very realistic sense, given me my professional art practice. Like, I have Mr. X.
Thank you, Mr. X.
Why eek?
For the
Why?
eek
Why
cheer.
eek?
That's very
Why
nice.
eek?
Thank you.
Why? No, we don't.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, thank you. It's given me merch that's printed with patterns of my own face that haunt me daily.
It's also taken your ability
it's-
to have your own face on your own clothing.
So we actually were talking about it. It has given me, in a very real, very tangible sense, literally everything. It made being a community engaged artist a healthy, flourishing career, which is something that I love getting to talk about and being really public about, because I think it's really important to tell people that being an artist and being a healthy artist is an option. So all of those things, and very specifically in a very real way, it's given me the ability to have a studio and have an art practice and do all of the things that I always dreamed about being able to do. And now there's this incredible, ready, willing, and able community that just shows up to play whatever we set out and whatever game we're like, let's do a festival, let's raid into our friends, let's learn how to do digital collage, let's have a virtual summer camp, let's make a calendar, let's make a book. Everybody's just like, yeah, amazing, which I would not trade for anything. I would not trade that for anything. Any sacrifice, anything that I have given up is worth it 1,000 times over. It has given up, or it has taken away my ability to slack off on how I take care of myself. I used to be able to maybe slack off on that a little bit. I used to have a bit more wiggle room, but I, to your point, I think what Franco said something really funny about, like, what? Streamers don't just show up and press the button and go live. Every single minute before that is put into making sure that the second I hit go live, it's like I'm shot out of a cannon. And that's how it feels, to the point that sometimes, we'll be in other streams or other places and people will be like, Brenda's so calm. Brenda's so calm. I don't scream at people with a gong and a onesie in my regular life, but I do a ton to make sure. A little bit. It's a smaller gong. The gong is a little bit smaller.
Brenda has very much so played gong and screamed.
Brenda does so much behind the scenes prep. Luke, you help enormously with behind the scenes. But
so do a lot of people.
The thing I would point out is I have help. I have so much help. I have so much help. There is actually an amount of behind the scenes stuff that would be impossible for me to manage, and I don't. I don't manage it. People have whole projects. I don't even know what's going on because I trust them and I trust their judgment. So the other thing that streaming has given me is brilliant people who are dramatically more capable than I am in different ways, that I say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for your help. We could never do the stuff that we do without help. But it has definitely taken away my ability to push it when it comes to how I take care of myself, because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it if I didn't really meticulously.
Eat well, sleep well.
Literal cardio, actual
workouts.
cardio.
It's true.
Kickboxing, so that for 3 hours, if I have to jump up and down non-stop, I can't slack on that. I feel it instantly.
Bacon Fish says, wait, is pouring water on computer count as stream prep?
No, that's our wind down. That's how
it's the wind down.
That's how we wind down. Sorry, mods. I love you. Sorry, mods.
So I watched the VOD from our last time we came here, and there was actually a moment where, Brenda, you made a comment about something about water on a monitor. You had said it, you were like, I don't know if that's the thing. And so it feels like...
it was coming together. It was coming together.
Like how you manifested Shield's raid. Because you were talking about how beautiful...
Absolutely.
Oh, careful manifest.
There was a lot of
careful manifest.
We had some follow-up questions actually in that, which I thought were pretty good. Cause asked, do you think you can grow a stream without other social medias? Can you grow your stream that way? Without having, because we were talking about Facebook and getting rid of Facebook. Do you think you can or no?
I think that something that's been really important for us. And I mean, it was something that was like my only way of socializing with humanity for 3 years was our Discord. And I can't imagine trying to keep your community connected. Like for me, that's the part that's joy, is people getting to know each other, is all my friends being friends. So the Discord, I can't imagine trying to grow without a Discord server on Twitch. And I think, yeah, to a certain extent, you could grow on Twitch. And I think that it's just kind of avoiding when some people are kind of coming onto Twitch. I've always been shocked when people are talking about how Twitch is the worst platform for discoverability and things. And I was like, I haven't experienced that at all, because I've also had a presence on every other platform where they're like, we're not going to show this to anyone, just letting you know. And it's not the same way of trying to build community in those places, commenting on people's photos or just like talking on a Twitter post with all these angry people, going into Twitch and not kind of starting and just doing all this self-promo places. And I feel like there's a lot of folks that start that way and then get angry at this. I'm not growing fast enough. For me, being so isolated for so long, Twitch was my space. Like I know a lot of you, even in the chat, like if you knew, if you saw me at like 1 or 2 a.m. EST, like in a chat, you're like, you're not doing well today. I'm like, no, can't sleep. Hi, it's nice to see you all. Let's listen to some sweet jams and hang out. So just going in and wanting to make friends. Like, yes, you can go and you can grow on Twitch. It's just being a good person and going to make friends and going to find your community. But I think there's a lot of folks that might think, oh, I just go and I have this Twitch stream. I'm not posting anything on any other socials. I'm not going to anybody else's chat. And when I do, I'm just going into their server to post my lives. And I'm going into their chat to say I have to leave and go live. That's not, you're not going to grow. So you do need to have a presence in those other spaces. And for me, I spend the vast majority of my time on Twitch and Discord. But the other spaces kind of feel like a necessity for the other part of what I do, that when I go and I try to do music, people are still just like, what's Twitch? Like, that's not a link that anybody is asking me for. It's like just this weird thing that I go and do. Like, what are your upcoming live shows? I'm like, well, doing this pretty cool online thing 3 days a week. So they still kind of look to TikTok or Facebook as like an incentive to book me for things. So I guess it depends on what you stream too.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I new to streaming myself, but I've been working in creative industry and content creation for 20 years. And, if you want to do anything, I think you have to be visible somewhere. You can't hide away. I don't think everybody needs everything, though. I think people spend a lot of time, and I think we get really confused being like, oh, I need this, and I have to be big on here, and I have to have these numbers and those numbers. And it's like, no, pick 2 or 3 platforms and go for that. I think streaming is really difficult because the only time people get to interact with you is when you're live. And that takes a lot of friggin' time. Because if you want people to see you, they want people to hang out with you, you have to be live. You don't get to rest. You have to literally be in front of the camera, and not only in front of the camera, but on, you can't like I don't think you can half-ass a stream. I think you got to bring it. It's supposed to be entertaining. Otherwise, what the fuck's the point? What are you competing against? You're competing against every other piece of media and entertainment that's out there. And it's like, how do you do that? And I think then, like, my world has always been YouTube. And I think like creating the content out of this is a whole other thing that, you get to balance, you get to take some time off, you don't have to work 7 hours a day, 50 hours a week, streaming. I don't even think that's healthy.
Only 7 hours a day.
Yeah, only 7 hours a day. Well, being live. I mean, being live.
Yeah, being live.
Like, I think some people like equate this like idea of like, I just need to go live more. Yeah. That's the challenge that I always see, especially with young streamers. It's like, I just need to go live more. And I'm like, no, you don't. You need to go live less and make really good content that you put somewhere else that will bring the people in for the 2 or 3 hours or however long you want to spend. But it's like, I hear that all the time. It's like, I need to stream more. And I'm like, no, stream less, make more. That's my take anyway. Somebody also asked, what was that?
Nothing. I said, I just, nothing. It was suggested to me at the beginning of my journey.
Correct.
to get a Discord, and I was like, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what Twitch is yet. I can't. What do you be like? Look, I'm floundering around, and I don't even know if anything's going to work every time, and I can't also learn Discord at the same time. And then I was like, okay, fine, yes. I'll do the thing. And holy shit, it was a dumpster fire for a little bit. Everyone was like, we can't post here. That's cool. Also, like, you're taking us to this channel, and now this channel, and that one. And maybe your welcome should be here, or maybe over there. And I was like, can someone just do it? Fuck. That was me all the time, like, fuck all of this. Anyway, now it's great. And it is really nice to be able to be like, come over here where we're talking about some weird shit for some reason. I don't know, but it's fun. And I don't get it. And that's what I like about it. Like, I really enjoy it. And I can recognize that I am still not using it to its potential. So I still have a lot to learn in that regard, but I like where it's going. I like that I can go in there and be like, holy shit, that's your cat? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, your cat is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, you made that art? Shut the fuck up. You made that art.
Yeah.
Franco, it's so true.
It's
Discord
also
is a lot at
amazing.
first.
Kim does have the Discord,
Kim
yes.
has a great.
Go over to
Discord.
Imaginary Friend. I think it's in your links probably.
It is
And it probably works now.
It does work. But
Really
like,
great
what?
big fish. You could do it.
Oh,
yeah.
you know, I had no idea that you could choose for the link to not expire. I was like, what? Everyone just updates the link every
I made
week?
like
This is the
50
worst.
before one of the mods were like, stop
Jeez.
doing that, and fixed it.
It was so annoying.
I think we all had those moments when we started
Thank you,
streaming
ABB.
though, and people were just like, we should get a Discord, and I was like, no, absolutely
Yeah.
not. Like, I think we all went through that. I was like, I don't even know. This is
Yeah. What would I put there? Like, what am I going to
This is a
put
whole
there?
lot.
You know, it's like, what am I going to put there?
People ask now about, like, I do think that when you describe some of the applications and things that you have to write, there is a certain expectation in the industry of content creation that there are some social media platforms whose boxes you just have to tick in order to not look crazy.
Yeah.
There are some expectations about, like, if you are in the visual arts and you do not have an Instagram, it's like a political statement.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
stuff. Like, you have to have a why. But one of the things that I think is enormously helpful about that, and you and I work on this all the time, is that every piece of content that I make has a hierarchy, and it goes, the more original, freshest pieces of content go to the social media platforms that work the hardest for me. So the people that get the things first, most, newest, whatever, it is all the platforms that I think are the best for the community. And then we do a ton of work, all of us, piecing out little bits of content to put other places and reusing stuff and adapting stuff for other platforms. Because if I was trying to make original content that was beautifully suited to every platform, it would consume me completely, and it would be thankless. It would be absolutely thankless. And I do think Discord is probably the only one now that I think, I mean, I guess if we're not counting Patreon, Discord is the one that I think, like, this is a gathering place for when we're not live. All the other ones basically just point to, like, here's where we're hanging out. Here's what we're doing. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all that
Yeah.
That's the most important part. And it is just that you're mentioning, like, oh, it's like a political statement not having that there. And in music, like, there's a lot of venues that I know for sure the booking agent has straight out said, you don't have 1,000 followers on these platforms, you're not being considered for this. So it's definitely a huge balance, again, depending on what you're streaming. But it's like, I think Sean just said around Discord, like, oh, I don't even know what to post there. I'm like, a little bit like Patreon, right?
Yeah.
When you're gonna
What do you post? Yeah.
need convincing to get that thing started.
What are you going to put there? Like, who cares? You know,
And think
it's
about
like,
what
well,
platforms give back to you. Like, Twitch does have, I feel like you and I talked about this once before. Patreon has really specific articles about the conversion rate that you can expect based on your following on other social media platforms. And they get down to, like, the point percentile. And they are hauntingly accurate. The one anomaly is Twitch. Twitch conversion to Patreon, and I haven't done the fourth wall membership, but I bet you there's some similarities, is so much higher because you get to spend so much more meaningful time connecting with people in a way that's just different from the, like, I like the photo of your sandwich, or even like I like the process time lapse of your painting. It's just more connection, which I think is the thing that drives people to be like, oh, I like this person. I want to support whatever they're doing. You want to.
I think that's why we're so hesitant in joining a platform like Patreon, right?
Yes.
It's like you've just been conditioned for so many years as a creator that when I'd sat down with Sean initially talking about, behind the scenes, I'm like, I'm literally giving that away for free on all of these social platforms.
So true.
I am begging people to come to shows.
Yeah.
I literally pay for tickets to shows to do giveaways and things.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to want to pay for something that I would just put on Instagram?
Right.
And it's to a point where it is all the really important stuff that I was pouring my heart and soul into and posting on Instagram is just all on Patreon, and people care. And I'm like, why do you care? But also thank you so much for caring.
Yeah.
And then you're just kind of doing the scheduling in those other places to keep up appearances, I guess.
Yeah.
I put a post recently on Facebook. We talked about this. There's a post on the Artinjest Facebook because it's one of the places that you look crazy if you don't have a Facebook page. And it's just a like, hey, I don't update here anymore.
Yeah.
Here's where you can find where I update.
Yeah.
Because Facebook does not do anything for me
Yeah.
personally, but that means
Well,
the
it did, and it did.
sacrifice.
It did before, and now it doesn't.
Yeah,
you know,
and
and it's
now it
like
doesn't.
learning that that's okay. Like I think that's another thing too. It's like you were using it, and then and it kind of did some things, and now it's not. So we found a group over here that's really nice, and you enjoy using that. I
Yeah.
think, right? Like we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
And
For
that's
sure.
so important too.
Yeah.
And that's the thing when I'm working with some of my students around social media management and them just saying, oh, well, I don't know how that works. I've never been on that platform.
Oh yeah. I
I'm
love
like,
that. Yeah.
whatever platform
Yeah.
you've been on, you're going to be able to click the buttons and figure it out. So just kind of have that pioneer spirit of clicking something new. And the more you see, you're like, oh, that's where the analytics is. That's how that works. Oh, this is how I post.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the same thing in a new, very... not even a very different user interface. It's almost the same user interface in so many spaces. So just being okay with trying new things and knowing that even your main platform could disappear tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, they don't owe you anything either. Like I think that's I find it so funny when people get so mad and they're like, I can't believe like as a musician, I don't know if you heard yesterday, but Spotify is no longer going to give if you don't have 1,000
Oh yeah, it's been
plays
in the
or
works
whatever.
for a few months. People have been losing it.
Yeah, right. And I was like, so I thought about that for a minute, and I was like, okay, but if you don't have 1,000 plays for a whole year, and they're not going to pay you, I mean, what
would the payout be?
What would that payout even be?
It would cost more just to
Yeah,
do the transfer.
right? I was
you
like-
might owe money in the end.
So I was having a conversation with a musician about it, and and there was a petition going around, and they were saying don't do that and don't take, and how dare Spotify do this, and I was like, and then a bunch of musicians were saying Spotify pays really shitty, and I was like, yeah, I 100%, I 100% agree, but that's that's their business. Why do you get like it's like anyway, it was really funny to me, and I was like, yeah, if you don't have 1,000 plays over a year, like you're gonna get an eighth of a penny probably or something, if even.
Oh, for sure, like 0.000000.
I'm like, you're not.
Nobody's. I can't wait.
Nobody's losing out here. Like you're not. I don't know what you're protesting, but it was like instead of putting all that energy into being mad at Spotify for doing this, I was like, what if you put all that energy into like building a community on Twitch or opening up a Patreon or using 5 other different platforms? Because I know too many creators too that are like, I'm huge over here, and I'm like, that's amazing. Do you have anything else anywhere? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, I hope that keeps going well for you.
So I guess that's like the answer to Cause's question.
Yeah.
It's like, even if you could potentially grow in a space like Twitch just on the one platform, do you want to? What happens in like a mixer situation where so many of my music friends came over to Twitch because they found out the next day that everything they'd built was just gone suddenly. Goodbye.
Yeah.
So more of an argument to just start building in a few different places that feel right for you.
Yeah. It's funny. There was a couple comments here about that Spotify stuff, and of course there always are. But there's always that idea of like the principle, right? And I understand the principle of it. But Spotify is free to do whatever the fuck they want. It's not a public company. They're a private company. They do anything they want. If you don't like it, you don't have to be on there. That's always been my take. It's the same thing with YouTube, same thing with Twitch. Like people get all upset about the 50-50, 60-40. I'm like, they don't owe you anything. They literally don't owe us anything. It's nice that they do. It's nice that we have these platforms. that's my take anyway. Like, it's awesome that we have these platforms, and like, you know, can we ask for more? Sure, but do they have to give it to us? I don't know.
It's
I don't know.
such
They don't owe us anything.
topic
I don't
to
think.
enter into, just because like why is that the best? And I think as a musician I feel trapped. Like I have to have a present on Spotify,
for sure.
even if they're going to pay me garbage.
For sure.
Because that's a way of having some kind of discoverability. So I know that if I spend $10,000 on an album, just like my Instagram content, if I spend all this time, all this money making a 6-video series, and I put that on Instagram, no one cares.
Right.
Whereas people on Patreon helping me make it, every step of the way, like amazing and wonderful. Do I have to make all this music and hand it over to Spotify for free, essentially, just so I have a chance for people to find the music? Yeah. I can put it on Bandcamp, and Bandcamp's obviously been a lot better in these last few years with Bandcamp Friday and supporting artists. And why can't the larger platforms also have this interest in, I don't know, making the world a better place? So we can say, yes, private businesses can do whatever they want. They're a private business. But also, why is not the center of everything just making sure that all of humanity is in a better place moving forward?
Yeah. That's also great. Good question.
Because dollar sign,
because
dollar
dollars.
sign.
Well, and I do like what Neo said. I do like what Neo said. It's like technically the platform does owe you. It does owe you because you really did bring in something. It's true, but you chose to put it there. You don't have to put it there. Like they're not forcing you to.
But it's like huge artists like Taylor Swift saying, I'm taking all my stuff away from Spotify, and then being in a position where, again, forced to put all the things back on Spotify because there's no alternative. There's no... So
but I don't know about that because
our own buying power.
I don't know about that because I feel like there's so many other platforms. Like do we need that? Like, what's the goal? What is the end goal? You know, like, is it to get 10 million listens every month on Spotify and then you become huge and get a record deal?
Again, I think it's
don't know.
certain creative
I don't know what that
industries
is.
are just tied into, and the understanding of what makes an artist great
Yeah.
is so much tied to these ridiculous numbers.
Yeah.
So if it comes down to that, again, if I want to apply to just do the music thing and people are like, when's your next show? I'm like, I got one booked this year. But why would I book other ones? I love my job. I love streaming. I love our community. I have more joy in music than I've ever had in my whole life. But then there's those asks, like, when are you playing live?
Yeah.
Like, well, I can't play live unless I've played 5 shows recently, and I have 5 upcoming shows to add to that. Got a whole list of links I need to provide to all these social medias. I need a Spotify. I need Bandcamp. Otherwise, I'm not a legitimate artist for so many people who work in the industry and are the administrators behind this. So, do you feel trapped as an artist to have a presence in these spaces? Absolutely.
Yeah. I think my challenge of that always is like, we have so many places now to, like, you're building an awesome community on Twitch, so who gives a shit about any other stuff? Like, you have awesome people that are willing to help you support and do all the stuff, so who gives a shit about any of that? You know, like, but I think that takes a lot of reframing. It's the same thing we've talked about for years. Like, when you want to become an artist, you go to school, you become an artist, you make art, you sell it in a gallery, big gallery, then what? Eventually you go and it's a big Macy's auction or something, you know, and it's like you become a multimillionaire and then you die. You know, it's like, and then it's just like, what's...
Usually
but like,
for visual artists, it's
or you die and then,
yeah.
But I was like, but I think we have to reframe that a little bit, you know?
That is one of the biggest.
That's what makes art beautiful. Is that someday we'll die.
That's like one of the biggest, I think, ego deaths.
Yeah.
Was that similarly? If I went, there was a period where I got lots of grants. I got some fancy grants and some less fancy grants. From fancy places that you're supposed to get grants from. And it was really hard to get them. And I was really lucky and really thankful to get them. I also got them largely because I knew how to write in a very specific way to a very specific group of very specific, powerful people. And that's why I got them, was because I knew how to write with every ounce of my master's degree, just dumping extra syllables into my applications like that. That's what I was doing, and I got fancy grants for that. And one of the biggest ego deaths for me, I think, was that if I went to those same granting bodies now, I would have so much translation work to do about why the things that we're doing on this platform matter. But the and this is a super personal choice. The only thing that worked for me was that I stopped applying for them. I stopped trying to show in galleries. I still support the galleries in our area. I have lots of friends that make their living that way. I still love so many of the arts organizations, but I've had meetings and conversations with people who write policy on those grants about why I don't apply. Because I can't pay myself a living wage.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
To write your grant and to write your exit report and to go to all your events and to make friends with your entire board and to explain to you. And don't get me wrong, there's still times that I see the Instagram post of like the event, everybody's wearing black, they're all very cool, and they're standing in front of like a sculpture that kind of makes sense, but they're like holding their chin and they're nodding, and everyone's nodding, and that sounds like I'm just making fun, and a part of me I am, but also I'm doing that for my ego. I'm doing that so that I can look at something that I have been told my entire studio art education that I should want. It's a detox to stop wanting that. And it's a huge mind shift, I think, to say like, no, I don't apply for your grant anymore.
Yeah. I don't need it. I don't want it.
Yeah. A little
I don't
more
need it. I don't want
complicated,
it.
But yes.
Well, but that's the base of it. Like, because I found these other avenues.
Brenda, say it. Say those words. I don't need it. I don't want it. Say it.
The reason that made me say no was that I
say the fucking words.
couldn't be a healthy artist and do it. The only way I knew how to make work that appealed to some of those spaces was to be a really unhealthy person. Yeah. That was the only way I knew how to do it, was to like suffer.
You're supposed to be a suffering artist.
You're kind of supposed to be a suffering artist. It's a romantic thing to sell, you know?
I'm trying to suffer less, okay?
I didn't say
judgmentalized.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say nothing. Nothing.
Our industries are very different. I
don't know. Like I know of lots of friends who just like intentionally make their lives terrible. So they can write good songs and good material. I've written the most happy songs in the last few years that I've ever written in my entire life of writing music. It's been a really happy time for sure. But I don't know, and maybe it is going to get to a point where I just decide that I'm not going to be trying to apply for these things anymore. It's also kind of this thing that, people want to see you performing in other cities, right?
It's pretty good.
Like, when are you going to come
that's true.
When are you going to come play these shows? And you're like, I don't ever play shows. And they're like, well, we're not going to book you.
But you can see me online all the time.
Well, I've also gotten to a point where I'm just like, I just found out the other day that you can apply for a U.S. touring visa just with 3 house concerts.
Oh, so there you go. Amazing.
U.S. friends.
Yeah.
Wow,
I would do
that's
the rest
cool.
of my career just doing house concerts. They were my favorite before. They will always be like just 30 people stuffed into a bachelor apartment. Like, amazing.
Yeah.
Very good. You want me to play like your barbecue? That's the best way to play music.
Also, imagine a world, though, where you dedicated all your time to playing on Twitch for a while, and then also made enough money that you could go do whatever you wanted. And then you didn't need the
just
grant.
like weirdly travel places and not apply for a travel grant and try to make a tour out of it so you could pay for visiting those places.
Imagine.
I've never.
Imagine.
I went to Montreal for 2 days this year and I was like, whoa! I didn't even have a show! Crazy. Oh my god. Crazy. Too real.
Kim, what's the like epitome of what's a yogi supposed to do? Are you supposed to like travel to Tibet and do yoga on the top of the mountain up there? Is that when you've made it?
Win at yoga?
Yeah, how do you win?
How do you win yoga?
Like, is that the ultimate goal though? Like, what's the goal? Like,
yeah, that's such a good question. So I think it appears to me that the goal is to host retreats in a tropical place.
Bali.
Yeah,
yes.
Bali is a really popular spot.
Right.
Also, Costa Rica is really popular.
I'm so sorry. JD just said
go yoga is the win. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. That's peak yoga, definitely. But it's absolutely like selling this idea. Well, first of all, like where we live,
Right.
you know, if you look up yoga on Instagram or on TikTok or God forbid Twitch, you're going to find a lot of incredibly flexible, incredibly thin, able-bodied, young white women.
Yeah.
And that's not
Right.
really the reality of most human beings.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Yeah. And, you know, they're selling this idea that yoga looks so flexible and it looks so, the lines are great and you move so fluidly. And that if you want this to happen, probably you need to practice yoga in a $300 outfit. And
Yeah,
you need to pay
yeah.
$5,000 to come to my retreat so
Yeah.
that you can be
Yeah.
in the jungle. And that's the only way that you can come to see who you really are and find this inner peace. When really, like, it's sweatpants and a sports bra or no shirt and you're
Right.
in the backyard or you're next to the couch and the TV. Like, it's yoga is literally everything you do is an opportunity to reach within and find out who you really are. And I think like it's hard to sell that on social media because like
sure.
my idea of like, oh, you want to have a perfect practice, it's accepting that sometimes you aren't going to touch your toes. Like, I just listen, spoiler alert, everyone listen really closely. Enlightenment doesn't come from touching your fucking toes.
Sorry, do you know that mic's on a mic arm and you could just like slide it in?
No, it was more
As
dramatic.
opposed to you going to
Then it'll
it.
focus on the mic. We just fixed that. Everybody lost their minds.
Yeah.
You made Kim move it.
No, I know, but just real quick, she could do it.
I promise you that anyone who can touch their toes did not reach enlightenment the moment they touched their fucking toes. It didn't happen. It doesn't work like that. And so, like, for me, like, I was trying to make some yoga content before I got pulled into Twitch. I got pulled in.
I wanted
It's
more
fine.
people to do our weird job with us.
It's fine, Uru. That's what I wanted.
Understandable.
Danny
Yeah.
and I needed colleagues.
Yeah, and
Desperately.
it was exhausting, and I didn't want to be making these like videos that are me going through this like well, first of all, I don't move like that. I don't have that body. I'm not super flexible. I've got fucking buff as shit shoulders, but that's it, you know. And how do you make a video that tells people, here's the roots of yoga and here's the ethics of yoga, and also look at how I don't give a shit about lots of things because I'm just going with the flow. And that's really the root of yoga is like, just fucking go with the flow. Stop trying to hold on to things. Just let them go. So I will probably definitely never reach or win yoga because
Yeah.
I don't care about charging people $5,000 to come to Costa Rica and sleep in a fancy bed. That's just not my jam.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I feel like you kind of did win yoga when you realized it didn't work for you and you were like, you know what does work for me? Digital collage, snark cam, laughing upward. Like, one of the reasons why I think we've had a few friends who have sort of dabbled in Twitch and tried things out. One of the reasons why you were just so amazing at it right from the jump was that authenticity and the ability to say like, oh, I kind of had this idea. This is really who I am. Oh, I've got this social media built. There was a lot of stuff that could have made you, what's that sunken cost fallacy where you're like, oh, I've put in, oh, my brand, no, Kim was like, oh, didn't work. I don't care. You thought that was funny and like one of the most magical things that I think any of us have ever seen or experienced on a stream is when you have that connection with your community and you know when something hits and you're like, oh, you think it's funny when I yeet a dinosaur into the bowl and miss?
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the ability to be like, oh, you don't actually care if I do any of these yoga poses. You think it's funnier if I put a frog head on a duck. Done.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And you had, there's like a centeredness to that, to be able to just ditch and burn what doesn't serve you.
Yeah.
Which I think you are uniquely gifted at that, but you also worked hard for it, and yoga like you worked hard for it, but yoga also like maybe put a little
What Brenda
frame
is
around it.
dancing. Wait, sorry. What Brenda is dancing around is that I have many times taken my entire life, set it on fire, and then
I wasn't gonna say it
danced
that way.
around in the ashes.
She
or
did.
sometimes I've ripped it up into pieces, threw it into
that's
the
true.
wind,
That's
and
true.
stood in the
That's true.
swirling chaos waiting for it to land.
Kim's on her eighth
not
identity.
caring where it landed.
I thought you were gonna say that you threw it into the air and then also lit it on fire.
Oh no, it's one or the other.
Okay.
Generally,
They're all
Sounds safe.
Yay, arson.
yes,
B
literally.
stands for
Yeah.
arson.
Lots of arson. Lots of
Yeah.
arson. That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
It's
true.
very good.
No, that's
I
okay.
do think actually that's probably something that if we go back to the earlier question about what it gave you, I think one of the better keys to success anyway, if there's so many of them, but if you want to succeed on Twitch or any platform really, is like letting go of some of that and like just letting Twitch or letting community playing with the community, you know, like not coming in it and just being like, this is how I do this thing. You know, I think that gives you that flexibility, and you're gonna fail at all kinds of shit, you know. Discord's gonna suck, Twitch is gonna suck, your camera's gonna go to focus, your mic's gonna be stupid. You know, like it's constantly an evolution. I think that's an interesting thing that has to happen in content creation. You have to let that go to be successful. You have to let all that shit go, you know.
I've
This is
seen a
mine.
lot of
Yeah.
friends.
What's that?
It's very humbling.
Yeah, it's very humbling.
Oh, very
right?
much so.
Yeah, and like just things are gonna. It doesn't matter if
Yeah.
you could do 100 streams, and then at some point something's just not going to work, or you're not going to know how to fix it, or whatever, and it's
It's
just
really nice that like the community's there by you when those things happen. And
yeah,
talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that community interaction piece. I think if you don't enjoy that, then streaming long term,
Yeah,
it's really hard
yes,
to push through
yes.
that. So
Yeah.
any musician that I've helped kind of start getting into Twitch, or I mean, like a lot of folks were asking me when we started in 2020, like how do we do this thing? So helping people there, helping any of my students trying to stream. There's a lot of folks that kind of want to just like put on their stage persona and do their show. And that's it. I go and I stream for 45 minutes, my show, and
Yeah.
I don't really talk to you. And I think that that's such a missed opportunity, and they don't normally stream for very long, right? Because how many times can you do your same show
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the same audience? You have to be really okay with going with the flow.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And maybe damaging equipment along the way by throwing things.
Worth it.
Then you get new equipment.
Don't pour water. Not water. I didn't mean
Not
it. I
water.
d't mean it. Don't pour water on.
Brenda
Don't
just
do
said
it.
it was
Don't do
worth
I
it.
didn't.
Let it be
I
on
take
the
it back. I take
record.
it back.
Let it be on the
I take it
record.
back. I take it back.
All right.
Okay.
Noted. Okay.
Noted.
Sorry, costs.
Yeah, sorry, costs. What's happening right now? God damn it.
I know. I don't know how to exist on these chairs either, Brenda, if it makes it easier. I really want to go up on my knees, but then I'm out of frame.
I can put you down.
Oh, yeah?
You go on your knees.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
I
You
can't
wanna go
feel
on
my
yours?
legs.
Yeah. I'll put you way down here.
Just stand on
No problem.
it. Cause I am
We're gonna
standing
full
on my
yoga.
chair.
Okay, because last time I sat the way I wanted to, Kim's like, stop it. Go down further.
I did. Oh, hang on.
Thank you, Sammy.
Thank you, Sammy.
Thank you, Sammy. That's very nice of you.
Is that Sammy the sloth bear? They really.
We
Sammy-
appreciate that
Sammy
here.
learned how to use some buttons, and I'm suspicious about it.
Okay. Well, now, Kim, did you move your dumb
I
face
moved too.
Oh,
I learned
fuck.
today
I'm
that
tall- but don't
Brenda
worry,
and
I'm
Kim are
gonna
the
stay
same
down.
Okay,
height.
that's
I'm taller
fine.
than you, aren't I?
Also,
No,
somebody
I'm
was
not, am I?
upset
You're
here.
taller
Wait,
than me.
somebody
know,
was
that was
upset.
dumb.
Don't worry about
I
this.
know it sounds
Everything's fine.
stupid when I said it.
Don't
out
worry.
loud.
Face when you
Julia,
said
Don't
I
worry.
really
know,
want to
I
go.
want
Can I
it to
stand
be
on my
true.
There.
Wow.
There, is this better? Somebody
What
was
did you
very
do?
upset.
Oh wow!
we're
Look,
swapping.
we're all
Very
all
upset.
different.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're all
But there's
different.
balance now.
Oh, it's 'cause
Everybody
we were
is
looking
moving.
at each
That's
other and it looked like we were looking the wrong way.
Yeah.
Julie,
Oh.
Julie says no standing on
confused,
chairs.
very
Julie
funny.
has a hard rule.
I don't know why.
Well,
I am
Julie
not.
doesn't own this place. I don't
I'm
give a
not
shit.
allowed to
Both
stand on my
looking
You
chair.
can stand on chairs here.
I'm not allowed. Julie
There you go.
Julie will.
Having a great conversation,
Julie
Kim.
will I will be grounded.
Yeah, Danny, you look great.
You look amazing,
You look
Kim.
so good today.
With the eyes in the
Wow,
back
you
of
are
my head.
gorgeous. Oh my god. Did you do something with your hair?
How did I not notice this was happening literally for the last...
Wait, hang on. I think you
Hour and
got
a
something in
half.
your nose.
So mean.
Oh, this nose right here?
This nose.
Sorry.
The back nose.
What are you pointing at?
You're not on the screen anymore.
You realize you didn't give us a monitor.
Yeah.
I know.
This is why.
It's great.
This is why.
Oh my god.
This is why.
You don't need to look at nothing. Observe it.
Okay, well, anyway.
Don't worry about it.
Nonsense.
It's nonsense.
Shenanigans.
Yeah. Don't fuck around in here, eh?
Okay.
Ah.
Very serious
Wow.
question then.
Wow.
When will they notice they are not on cam, says Franco.
Never,
They will never
apparently.
notice. They'll never notice.
After all of that connecting with
not
chat and people, but also just having your own time. Just having your own
It's not a
time.
democracy here. It's not a democracy. All you people with your nice chats. Okay, so on that
Such
topic
nice
of kind of what a stream giving you, taking away all the stuff we've talked about. We were talking about it a little earlier, but how do you deal with like numbers going up and down? So especially whenever you start out, right? We had some other questions about like how do you stay motivated when starting out, which I interpreted as well, like when people aren't chatting, when the numbers aren't there. And then we've all experienced, like, you've had really great streams with 10 people, 50 people, 100, 200, 10,000, 20,000, whatever. And then it's like, but those days don't happen every day. What do you do whenever you have like 100 people and it's a slow chat? How do you deal with that? How do you feel about that?
First of all, I don't very often have 100 people, so
Right.
I just exist.
Well, that's why we're all here at different levels, which is nice. Because only one of us, I believe, is over 20,000 chatters at the same time.
Yes.
But we're all in different spaces,
Yeah.
and it feels differently. So how do you deal with that? Do you remember like early days? Do you remember your early day right now? Like, I mean, same with me. Like, yeah. How do you feel about it? How do you deal with it?
For me, treat it like you're recording. That was always the thing in the beginning, because I hate making videos. Being in a room with somebody who loves making videos, I hate videoing myself. I've always been somebody to be on camera, and I like being on camera, and I like just, saying words. But I don't like watching myself say words after they've been said. And I'm just like, oh, why do I talk that way and look like this? And, why does my brain decide that 8 words in a sentence need to be 1? And then I'm just re-recording myself 87 times. So my YouTube before I did this was nothing.
Yeah.
I had a friend who would film me, and that was it. Did a couple of covers. But now the YouTube channel has just exploded. So a big thing there was just like, oh, people want more YouTube content. They like this cover and they want a recording of it. Cool. So then I just kind of have my list of things to do when I start stream. Like, oh, we need to make this recording, and just kind of treat it like, oh, if you had those goals of those contents that you needed in other spaces, and it's a really nice way of already you're spending the time doing that, but you're leaving a door open to meet somebody. Like, super cool. What? The person from like all of the world just like stop by, and at first it's just a handful of people, right? And we were just doing it. Like, I usually don't like eye contact in person because I don't know, a lot of us sometimes weird introverts that are on camera. Kim? So I would always have like these art prompts at shows, and here's some crayons and free art supplies, and you can just make art and not look at me. I'll sing at you. So just bringing that into like a virtual model where I'm like, oh, cool. Like, you're all making art. There's a bunch of people here. No one's saying anything. That's chill. I'm just going to keep playing music and maybe making a YouTube video at the end of this. So it really helped to just frame it as that's time I'm spending already. People are not required to chat with me. People are not, like, they don't owe me anything popping by this space, and I hope they just feel comfy and like they're having a nice music time.
Yeah.
And otherwise, when numbers are up and down, I know there's lots of different schools of thought on seeing numbers and things like that. But I think it's really important that you're regularly reintroducing like who you are and what's happening, especially when you can say like, oh yeah, there's maybe like 100, 200 people there. But at the end, it's like, oh, there's 2,000 unique people that stopped by. I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
Did I say
that's
hi
cool.
to all of them? Do those people know?
Yeah.
If I just said what was happening at the beginning, does that make sense later on? So like rates feel like a natural time. And you're like, oh, hey, hi, this is who I am. Welcome to what we're trying to do here, which used to be a list of things to do and now is absolutely not. Not getting through any of the list of things to do.
Can't make a list. You don't have any A's.
So real.
Yeah, a big old list of things, and going to record. No, I'm never going to record. And I'm going to run out of recordings, you monsters.
Yeah. It's good.
But
See?
I always had the numbers on. Always.
She wouldn't call them idiots, but she'll call them monsters. That's Danny's version
They're
of
very intelligent.
That's Danny's version of
monsters.
idiots.
They're very
too,
intelligent.
yeah, no, they're too organized.
They're smarter than me.
They're tactical.
Yes.
I think that's a really good reminder, though, of like saying those things as you go. Because I definitely like, I've got a couple gags that, every time we go into the iPad to make art, oh my God, the store is open. Oh my God. But I only do it one time. I forget about how, there's people who are here now who weren't before. And it's okay to remind people of who you are and what you're offering and what's going on.
For sure.
So that's a really good reminder.
Well, I think what really helped me too is that they kind of put some musicians through this program, and then there was like a requirement to be in this program where you're featured in different spots around Twitch. They're like, every 15 minutes you should be saying these different things. And so I was like, every 15 minutes, that seems like a lot. But then I just kind of apologized to like the core community members at the beginning, be like, hey guys, about to be real repetitive today.
Yeah.
And they're all here for it, right? It's like, this is an opportunity for the whole community to meet some of our new best friends. So if like you need to say who you are and what you're doing here and say something about Prime, so then like we're fine to sit through those things that are repetitive. But whenever you're like, I always left the numbers on because suddenly there's maybe like 5 extra people out of nowhere, and cool, maybe those people don't know what's going on here, and if I say something and just say, hey, this is what we're doing, sometimes I find that even I'm just saying it out of nowhere and it's not related to a raid, then like 1 or 2 follows come in.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, you never know.
They feel greeted even if they were just lurking and didn't say anything in the chat or anything. So
I love the point about treating it like content too.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to think of, I think you had talked about very early on, I forget, it was somebody that you were having a conversation about, like if you're truly streaming just to no one of the things that I think, there's probably a couple of different scenarios where if you're just starting out and there's no one in the room, that's tough. Yeah. And I'm a big believer in going and being a citizen in a community that you want to be a part of. So if you're looking to go from the like nobody to a few people, go find people who are doing things you admire and join them, but really participate in their community. Don't do the drive-by that you're about to stream. If you are only ever advertised to, you will stop subscribing to that content. So if everything that you say is like an endorsement or an advertisement or the like not promo, that isn't the same thing as being a good citizen of a community. Yeah. And I think we've all been really lucky that like, when I started streaming, it was on YouTube to Lego friends who threw open the doors and were like, we love Lego and we want to talk about it and we love talking to people about Lego, and they are some of the most welcoming, supportive people to the point that they switched platforms with us when Kevin and I decided to start streaming on Twitch. And lo and behold, when we did, you had already really been putting in time building a community, but also being a really good citizen of a lot of other communities. So it was another example of like, I got to come to Twitch with folks who were like, oh, you're drawing instead of Lego? I'm here for it. Some of them are still like, these are still some of our friends, which were like, oh, you draw now?
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Cool.
Which, man, that's intense. And to come onto a platform and immediately have the door held open for you by people who have been doing that for so many people.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. That I think is a huge advantage, but it happened because it was really important to go and be a good citizen. If I had been awful, if we hadn't been friends, if I didn't genuinely subscribe to and love the values of your community, that wouldn't have worked, and you supporting me wouldn't have helped because people would have come and they would have been like, oh, this isn't a fit. I don't understand. This isn't like,
it's not quite the right fit.
Yeah, find the people whose values you align with and be an amazing citizen in their community. If we're talking like I'm streaming to no one, how do I find my people?
And we talked about that a little bit earlier, just talking about how to build and just be a good person, go around, exist in other spaces. Like if people don't know how to find you and there's nothing sitting, so if there's no one there, go be in other communities, because right away, most of our friends who start streaming out of the community, they're never streaming to no one.
Never streaming to no one.
Never streaming to no one.
No.
There might be lurkers, might be people who are super quiet, but I think the other key point in that is if there's just a few people and you're feeling uncomfortable, what you're saying is, I started, this was my content.
Yeah.
I came over here, this is my content. So sometimes I know friends start streaming and there's this pressure that they're also placing on their new audience of just 1 or 2 people who might want to just be there to support you and lurk and spend some time to be the content. So I think sometimes people get frustrated with streaming to no one because they're waiting and they're sitting there waiting for somebody to say something in the chat. So how do I drive traffic to my new stream, making content for other places so people can find you and come to your stream? But I've sometimes been uncomfortable in new spaces where it's like, oh, you're here and you're talking to me. I will never let you go from this situation. And like 3 hours later, they're just like, it's just this one-on-one back and forth. And they're never kind of leading back into the content, being like, okay, now I'm going to go do my thing again. And I'm really happy that you're here. It's just, oh, we turned that off, whatever game we were playing. And I'm just going like full camera. It's just me and you right now. And you are not allowed to leave this social situation. So having content is really important when you're getting started. Having an idea of the content you want to be
and what you want to talk about. Because I feel like there's so many people that sometimes get on there and I'm watching people like paint or do yoga or whatever. And it's like just quiet. And I'm like, okay, it's nice. It's calm. But like, you know, but then at the same time, those same people will say to me, well, how do we get people to chat? I'm like, well, you have to chat. Like, you have to talk. Like, if you want people to talk to you, you have to talk to them. And you have to just talk. Like, you know, just come up with shit to say. Like, talk about whatever fills your heart, you know? Like, whatever, you know, that's the hard part that I find. I spend a lot of time talking to people where it's like, oh, I was trying this kind of content and it didn't work. Or like, I only have like 5 people. I only have 10. I'm like, man, some of my Fortnite streams have been super quiet, like super small, but everybody's talking. You know, we're all talking, and it's like, that's the fun part, right? And it's like, how do you find people to get talking? You don't need, who needs 15 people in your living room talking to you all day? No one. So that's fucking awesome. You got 15 people in there talking to you. That's amazing.
And I think the key in keeping them engaged too is just, also, we talked again about having that offline space for the community where they become friends. You were saying that was such an important part for you, is watching people become friends. That just them going like and recognizing that it's. I think I feel this a lot in the music category, is that you can meet a lot of really incredible people who make music, and you meet a lot of super competitive people who make music, who sometimes like the show, the stream, whatever it is that musician is doing, it's just like, come and be in awe of me. I'm extraordinary. And then you'll have a whole community that's kind of just like based around that, right? Of just like, I just expect you to come to this chat and be in awe of me. And there's a lot of, I think, pressure on the streamer in the end, because you are the person who's talking to all these people and no one's talking to each other. So creating that space, again, another reason why to build in multiple places is to give everybody the chance to be friends. Because then sometimes they're able to just come to the chat, not for you. They're not even at the stream for you. They're just there to say hi to their friends, which is magical.
Definitely.
That's what a lot of people were talking about in chat too. It's like, you know, I just like, I love finding, like, you know, I go and I hang out with these people and that people. And I'm like, that's great. If you can create that community, that's amazing.
People in the chat are way better than I am now. I think we have community ambassadors who are much better at greeting people when they come in. I am forever in awe of all of you for getting people in on the joke. You know, the feeling of being the last person to come into the room and everybody's in the room and they're all sitting down and settled. Streaming is like that for anybody who goes into a new space. And the way that you will go up to the person standing at the door and say, okay, this is what we're playing and this is the joke and here's what we're doing right now, and like invite people in, that I think is far and away more the reason why people will hang out in my stream. And it is nothing I did. It has nothing. It doesn't even have anything to do with me, because often I'm doing whatever nonsense it is I'm doing. But the way that community ambassadors can welcome in new people in the way that you all treat that like something of value and treat it like something precious, I think is far more meaningful.
Do you remember having a super quiet chat? Like, I mean, both of you now, like, chats are just happening, you know, but do you remember? And like, I don't know, Kim and you and I, we're both kind of, I mean, you've started sooner than I did, Like there are definitely days when it's quieter. Do you remember days when it's quieter? Just what do you do with a quiet day?
Yeah, I just like talk stream of consciousness.
Yeah, right.
You know, like here's the thoughts that I'm having while I do it, and here's like, you know, I think I lean into a little bit of like how did you get from this to this? And I think it's fun to just like talk out where the strings are going in your thoughts, because some like you're gonna hit on something fucking weird.
Yeah.
And they don't seem related at all. So here's how we get here. And that sometimes helps with making the content or the art. You know, like I think one day I couldn't find the word for icebergs, and I was talking about ocean ice cubes. And like that just like all of a sudden there are people who are coming out of lurk that are like, what the fuck did you just
right, yeah.
And I think like talking like that, not looking at what the numbers are actually at, I think is really important, because I feel like if you're waiting for the numbers to get bigger, it's like, have you ever been at an event where you're talking to someone, but they're like looking past you and looking around, and they're just like waiting to see who else they can talk to instead of you? And maybe that's not what they're trying to do, but that's kind of how it feels, right? And so I think if you're watching the numbers, you're basically saying like, you're fine. Like you'll do for now, sure, but who else might come over? You know? And so like just ignore the numbers, talk, and you know, if people are interested or you hit on something that they're like, well, that's stupid, we need to talk about this stupid thing you just, you know, like whatever.
And I think too, if people aren't talking in your chat, I think you have to like rethink about the things you're either doing or the things you want to talk about or how you're presenting it. Like, you know, I think some people are like, well, they just don't like me. I'm like, well, no, that's not true. Like, that's not true. It's just, how do you present, or what are you going to do? Or, you know, how do you make it funny? How do you, like, I think asking quite like, I've seen any one of you are really good at asking really good questions, right? Like, you know, ask a lot of questions. If people are there and they're chatting with you, don't turn away and start doing what the thing was you're doing. Fuck whatever that plan was, right? And just stay engaged. And like, you want to talk about sandwiches now? Great, let's talk about sandwiches.
Is that not like all a little bit streaming though? Right.
Well, yeah, but I don't think.
Plan.
Yeah, sure.
Let it on fire.
But I don't know that people are really comfortable with that, because I get that question all the time, and I spend an enormous amount of time talking with streamers and not just Twitch streamers, but content creators too, where it's like, you know, I get this all the time, and I've been getting this for so many years, but like people are like, oh, my YouTube videos aren't getting very many views or whatever. And I'm like, okay, great. Did they get some comments? Yeah. How many did you respond to? Oh, well, I started responding on the day of. And then it's like, okay, but if you got to respond to every single one, you know, at least for the first little while. I used to speak at conferences all the time, and I would do this one thing, and I friggin' loved it. I would get to go in and I would do this social media talk, and I would go in and I'd say, hello, how are you? And before anybody could get a word out, I would leave the room and slam the door. And I was like, that is my tweet for the day. Because it was like, that's, you know, that's what people do. And I was like, no, we're here to engage with other people. And I think that gets missed or gets forgotten sometimes, you know. Yes, engaging is so important. It's so true. And I think, yeah, it's fine. Like if you have a quiet chat, then I think you just have to rethink about, how can I engage more with chat? How can I get one or two people to come in and have that conversation with me? And you know, I don't know what the answer is for everybody individually, but I think you kind of have to keep thinking about that anyway.
I think I remember when we first came over to Twitch and we were sort of trying out. We had 3 people that were like, I was really early days building on Twitch and didn't really know what my content would be, and that's the time that I can remember trying to figure out what the Twitch stream was going to be. Like that's the last time I remember thinking about that without like really serious input, and asked a lot of questions. Well, but actually,
I saw Cod said tier list potatoes.
Yeah. But actually, one of the things that I used to do was make comics every day on Instagram, and the things that got the most engagement were the most mundane minutia. And it was always the stuff that everybody would pop up and go, oh my God, that's me. Like one of the most popular comics was about the chair that people have in their bedroom where you throw the clothes that aren't dirty but they aren't clean.
Yeah.
And you put the clothes chair.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The way that people erupted, they couldn't help themselves but to respond. And really early on when I was doing those bedtime stories and I was only streaming for an hour, I would ask questions that gave me that feeling of like, I almost can't help but relate to this. These are these sort of universal truths. And even if they don't apply to everybody, it's a really good way to make a room and make a conversation that I want to be a part of, because I am the only one who is going to be affected by every minute of this conversation. So to that point of like, you don't hold people conversationally hostage because anyone whose attention I have to fight for, I don't want it. Let them go. Let them go. And that's really hard when there's only 5 people. But that's not the people that you don't want the people that you're like, oh my God, we have to talk about potato tier list until it wears me into the, you don't have to manufacture a room you don't want to be in. You know, and I remember that being, oh, robot mommy.
Robot mommy.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Danny's mom.
Hi, Danny's mom.
Brenda, that was one of the first things you told me. I think before I had even started streaming. Was that you don't want to be fighting for people's attention. And
let them go.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And why would you want to?
God,
that sounds
no.
fucking terrible.
No, of course not.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Hey, you don't like me. I don't care.
But also it gets you past that initial kind of like freebie that we talked about like we bring the Lego people, they stuck around because we were having authentic conversations. Like we have huge overlap in our communities, but we also overlap with a ton of other ones because there is an authentic connection of like, these are rooms that we want to be in. These are people that we want to spend time in. And we're the only ones that are affected by that. Which is the same reason I say make your schedule to please yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only you're gonna overlap. You're gonna run over your friends. You're gonna steamroll someone else's. You're gonna someone else's stream that you make your schedule exclusively to suit you and your needs. Be absolutely selfish. You are the only one it's going to affect.
Well, if you're having a good time, chances are people are going to have a good time.
And they double tap us. Our friends don't care. We all had 40 seconds. How we run into each other. With the dawn of the field trip to be like, I don't have to not be streaming to go into it. Was Killen the first ever field trip? I saw that. Was I the first field trip? The concept of like lovingly, supportively interacting with other channels is a balance I think about a lot. It's one that I work really hard at. But also make your choices to suit yourself exclusively, and people who are out there looking for communities. Find the rooms you want to be a part of and join them. You cannot be someone else's room.
Yeah, it's true. Armored Bunny Bear asked a question a little while ago. So did Andrea. Both of them are kind of there. Andrea asked, how do you get rid of, so if you're in a smaller room and people aren't chatting, how do you get rid of like there are some weirdos and some creepos. My response is super easy.
They make you uncomfortable?
Yeah, boot them. Yeah, I don't have any time for that. My response immediately is like, get on out. I don't even bother.
Yeah.
I would probably yell at them and then get them out.
They will have an impact on every good person.
Yeah.
Totally.
Just keep getting it. And I would sooner spend time in a room with no one than one crappy person. You know, whatever. Anyway, that one, and there was a couple other people in chat were talking about like just pay attention to the good ones, and that's awesome.
So many people struggle with making that decision.
Yeah,
that was what they're saying in the chat, and I know, but you shouldn't. If it's the thing you love and you're creating a space that you want to be proud of, then you shouldn't hesitate with that decision at all. I don't want to go to work and be harassed. I don't want to go to work and feel super, super uncomfortable by someone's behavior for hours on end. So we might work in a workplace where that's the case, where you go into work and you're constantly disrespected, not speaking from experience. And then you might go and you have this chance to control that environment. Why would you not make that choice? Because not only is it for, like you're saying, the only argument people have presented in this situation is that, well, numbers. But again, you will send away all of the good people, so you will have less numbers, and you will also attract even more toxic folks who like this behavior in the chat.
Yeah.
So now you're creating a smaller group of people who are making everybody else uncomfortable and you the whole time. So that's going to have an impact on how much you enjoy. And we all know how hard it is to press that button to begin with. So if I'm going to go and just be harassed the whole time, I'm not going to want to go.
Get you some trigger finger mods. Get people who will be a bad cop. If you don't want to be bad cop as a streamer, get you a bad. Do I ever have some bouncers in the mod squad?
Good follow up.
I didn't want to like go against anything that was said, but I would also say that maybe take account your mod schedule in your schedule too. I'm not saying. Just we're talking about how important the mods are, because honestly, I couldn't go live. I couldn't go live without them. I couldn't. There's been a lot of situations that would make me potentially quit. So to mods, huge. Like I can't say enough about people who are this giving of their time and attention and skill set. And absolutely.
Never let them know your next move.
A good follow-up.
Except the mods. Let the mods know you have to tell the mods all
let
of your
them know.
next
Let them know.
I'm not allowed. You tell them you're not. The mods don't like a stream surprise.
No.
Other people like a stream surprise, and the mods do not like a stream
enjoy that. No.
Mods, I love you, mods. I'm sorry.
The good follow-up here. Another issue is people having difficulty making that decision for someone who has financially supported them, which is such a complicated decision to make for those who are making a living with this funding. True. Spending money does not equal giving you or giving them their time. I don't care if they're giving you money. This is probably not your only way of living. If it is, then make a different, like add another source of revenue. Still get rid of them. I don't care how much money they pay you. I don't care how much Jenny gives me. I still don't like her.
Would you expect to go into a place where you're getting paid just a salary and working 9 to 5?
Yeah,
and it's like, well, you're going to be harassed every day by your boss. Just deal with it. Well, I have to make a living. Like at some point, you're going to get fed up with that. So why would you put yourself through that?
That sounds crazy.
That sounds
Literally,
crazy.
Who would go to work and hate going to
15
work?
years as a bartender, to which I was like, get fucked.
I think she's describing herself.
I'm also describing myself working the bar scene for many years to try to make ends meet as a musician, because it's the same thing.
I thought she was describing
Wednesday night, I go and all of a sudden there's these incredible dinos who are helping me carry gear to my car outside. Whereas I was like, this would never happen. This would take me 8 trips solo, and I would be harassed in the alleyway outside. Yeah. So making those decisions to not do that, I at least was able to make that decision quick and be like, I don't like this anymore. I'm going to find different sources of revenue, like doing corporate gigs where people are wearing blazers and hopefully not harassing me. And then meeting all of these lovely folks on Twitch. Like I would never choose to be back 10 years ago getting harassed while I'm just trying to play music.
Controversial opinion.
Hot takes.
Actually, Razor, I like that. I think it's important too. Sometimes I don't think you have to ban somebody immediately. Like I think that is fine. As I am a good Swift kicker. But sometimes I think a good Swift, like just, hey, that's out of line. Like Razor just said, like I would respect someone more for giving me a Swift kick as a reminder to be kind. Like, and I think that is sometimes true. Like sometimes people are chatting away and they're doing things, whatever, they're dropping brute gift subs or whatever, and it's like, hey, what's
Sean's plea to not
like,
get banned.
Hey, where's the line? And just sometimes being upfront or having a hard conversation is not a bad thing.
No, it's
sometimes you can have a hard conversation and say, hey, that the thing you said there and kind of make me uncomfortable. Please don't do that again.
Yeah, for sure.
And that there's nothing wrong with that. We avoid that so much, and I feel like you don't have to do that. This is your space. This is your room. Yeah. You get to define the rules as you want it. And if people like it, that's great. If they don't, then that's okay too.
And nowhere in this where we try to say like, oh, you've got a community member who's been there for a long time and they've been financially supportive and they said one thing.
Oh my God. No.
Like we have like a 3 warning rule too of just like letting them know, reaching out, setting boundaries. That's really important too.
So
I've been in a couple of streams where I've seen, these are partner streams, and seen them talk to a person who's really done like they were rude or they just like clearly don't get the etiquette. And this streamer has been very like not mean or rude and also very direct. And I'm like, teach me everything. Like, it's just it's like a fucking TED talk in how to own your space. And I think it's super important and incredible. Like, and it makes me want to spend more time in that stream because that person is like, no, we don't do that shit here. Here is why. If you keep it up, you can get the fuck out. Here's your opportunity to learn a goddamn lesson.
Right.
For some of us, it's easier too. I think we've had a couple of experiences where people maybe just didn't have great judgment. Maybe they were young. Maybe we were one of the first streams or communities that they really participated in. And there was a couple of instances of, I think, really compassionate communication with people to say, this is not safe for you. This is a bad idea. This is why it's a bad idea. And in those instances, people have been really diplomatic and I think done a lot of extra work. Hi, Jenny. Jenny, hi. Jenny, hi.
Kim would like to say hello to Jenny.
Yes.
Hi, Jenny.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi, Jenny.
Kim asked
Hi, Jenny.
specifically to say hi to you, Jenny.
Hi.
I didn't want to do it, Jenny, but Kim asked
Hi,
specifically.
Jenny. Hi.
That's a lie, Sean. Sean's telling lies.
It's not true. It's not true. I would never.
Everybody say hi to Jenny.
Oh, whoops, sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen.
Perfect.
I didn't mean for that to happen. I'm sorry.
Sure,
Hi, Jenny.
Sure.
And I think in those moments where you do take a moment just to acknowledge some things I let slide because I'm just trying to create a positive space where I'm not dwelling too much on, like, if 12 people show up and behave this way in a stream, I don't want that to become the main content. So I know kind of managing that line is difficult. But there's some times where it's just like, I know for a fact you're going to go do this in every single music stream. So if I let this fly here and I don't acknowledge it and tell you why this is wrong, you're going to do this to all my friends. So.
And we have the luxury sometimes of feeling like if you have a busier room and you have a really good team of mods, that is a luxury that sometimes allows you the space to say, this is why what you're doing isn't acceptable, which I feel like that in and of itself is a privilege, and being able to use that, thinking about how people are going to navigate all these other spaces. Sometimes that makes it easier for me to call someone out because I'm like, so help me if I see you acting this way with a friend of ours who feels trapped because they don't have 100 people to send your comment into oblivion. It can make it easier mentally to be like, oh, this isn't just for me. This is the equivalent of what I would do if I saw a friend in an uncomfortable situation. Absolutely, I would go and insert myself. But also, listen, I have a mod squad that almost banned my actual
that's true.
dad
That's true.
from the stream.
But for good reason,
first
though.
time he
But
came
for
in.
good reason, because he came in and he didn't understand. Like, I think that's the thing, too.
He didn't
It's
know
like,
your mom jokes.
Yeah, well, and he didn't understand the lay of what was going on, you know?
totally.
And it's like, sometimes
Figured
you
it
just
out
gotta chill out.
Well,
You know?
Andrea banned a friend of mine. As soon as
Yeah.
he came in, it was actually Stream Fest.
Okay, yeah.
It was
that's so
before
funny.
the rhinos raided in. And he came in and just said, "Hey, can you lick your elbow? Because like it's impossible."
Right.
And Andrea, it was. I didn't even get it. I didn't read. I didn't even know what happened. Gone.
Sure.
He was banned, and the term was banned.
Right.
And it was like, holy shit. And then after everything, he sent me a message being like, you know, looking back on it, I can see how maybe you shouldn't ask a lady on the internet that sort of question.
As your first time chat.
Yeah.
That's how we said hello. Like, what? Why are you stupid? Just try to be less stupid, baby.
But also some of that comes to tone setting too. And I think one of the things that we're all really lucky to have is a community where bad actors really stand out. People doing anything that's even kind of borderline, it sticks out like a house on fire because everybody is so positive and so supportive and so sweet. So
Yeah, that's true.
it makes it a lot easier to be like,
It's true.
oh,
I think it's harder if I still think it's harder if you have 0 chatters and there's 1 chatter.
Yeah.
You know, and if they come in and I think it's hard, but I still think you have to do it. I think you just have to, like, if you're still starting out and someone comes in and they're not doing the things you like, I think you, 1, have to have a conversation with them frankly, and 2, then you got to boot them out if they don't do the thing. And you sit there with your 0 viewer, and that's fine. You know, and we talked about the numbers earlier, and it's funny. I you know, every time Brenda and I have a stream together, and every time, you know, we talk often, and Kim and I, Danny and I have talked about, you know, is that a good stream? Is this a good stream? Hooray, good for you, good for, you know, but we talk about it every single time. And I'm like, oh, how was your stream? How did that feel? How did this go? Which one is healthy and nice, I think. But it's funny because I don't look, I never look at any numbers. I'm just, oh, I had a great conversation with this person, that person, this person. And I have no clue. I literally have no clue. I wish Twitch didn't even send you the email that told you. And sometimes I just delete that email and I'm like, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I had a great time. I had a lot of fun. I got in the positives for sure. And
all that matters is that
I got in the positives, right? Like I beat chat, I won.
Please support Sean. He's
you know,
not a very good Fortnite player. We have to support him.
You know, but it's fun. And it's like, did I have a good time? And I think that's what I think we all circled around that. But it was like, just so I want to, because I think we'll take a little break here in a sec. But I want to ask this one last question. Like, so what windows do you have open when you're streaming?
Oh.
Like, what are some of the key? Because, like, I don't have some of the main ones that people do.
You want a list of all of them?
What?
That's really funny.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Like, because I think it's important. I think some people are like, oh, well, what do you keep it? Because I don't open as many windows as I know you do. Because I don't need them. I don't want them.
I felt very at home. You're one of the only people that we have streamed in each other's spaces with each other's setups and mutually have said, I feel very comfortable. This is, I feel I can see and hear all the things I would like to see and hear. And it's one of the only times that it has felt very similar to be like, how many places can I see chat? 6? Very good. I feel at home here.
You'll be pleased there's a new monitor.
I'm delighted.
There's a behind like where the easel would be monitor, so you're good.
The backstage monitor. The facing the wrong direction.
Yes, it's worked very well.
Do you want to go first? What do you have open? And I'll just be like that many, not the music-y ones.
I know people have seen like, oh my gosh, the cable management.
Yeah.
How do you manage 300 different cables though? Like there's an enormous amount of hardware.
Yeah.
But monitors, obviously, I have OBS. I have Ableton for audio.
Sorry, wait. How many monitors do you have?
4.
Okay, 4. So you've got 4, and you've got OBS.
I started with 2.
Yeah, of course.
One is impossible. Don't do that to yourself.
Well, you started with none. You started with a cell phone.
Well, that is a bad life choice, and I've recommended
really dumb, but she's overcome that challenge.
Yeah, I'm less dumb now.
Yeah.
Start with 2. Just do yourself a favor. You can find them in the garbage sometimes.
Yeah.
That's how I found my second monitor. The other one was a laptop. It's fine.
You just opened your kitchen garbage one day and there was a monitor in there?
It's fine. It's all good. Don't panic. Everybody be calm.
No, but I think this is really important because I feel like people, don't hide.
OBS.
It's fine.
Ableton. I got StreamerBot. I also have Lumia Stream open. I also have sometimes Lonely Screen. I also have usually 2 different like browser tabs open for the different places. And then when that's open, it's streamer song list, the Twitch chat, Discord, mod chat, whatever chord chart I need to be able to do my job once an hour. And I also have the shop and Stream Elements open. I think that's everything.
I have 4 monitors.
That's everything.
4 monitors, but one of them is my iPad, which has through Lonely Screen, also has like shop, anything that I want to bring up visual. One monitor has for the actual streaming PC has OBS, the Twitch chat, and it'll also have like StreamerBot and Lonely Screen running off of it. And then the one monitor is just a vertical with giant Twitch chat, which is as close as I can get to the camera so that reading chat is as close to eye contact as I can possibly have, which is really important. And then the 4th monitor is actually a completely separate computer. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Greaser!
Of the list, they're the better one. That's why they get this announcement.
Such a good
and you nerds now must bend your knee and bow your heads because we have a leader. Thank you very much for the DMCS dollars.
Yes.
quite excellent.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Greaser,
you.
for
Wow.
dropping that dono.
Amazing.
Holy.
Holy hot dogs.
Holy hot dogs.
I love it.
That will impact Fortnite for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Greaser.
That second machine has a doodle queue, and the doodle queue also has a bunch of secret tabs where the mods can put reference photos and rearrange the order of priorities. And then I have the same thing Discord with the mod chat. And I also have a second and a third Twitch chat so that no matter where I am in the room, I can still see the Twitch. So the Twitch is actually open a couple of places so that I can see it even if I walk away.
As you do.
I do.
Yeah,
I like to leave.
Yeah.
I like to leave, but I need to still supervise all of you. So
Oh yeah, you cannot leave them.
you can't. Yeah, I can't leave you unsupervised. Yeah, so 4 monitors and probably like 10 tabs. And also keep in mind, they're cause literally can have remote control over the computer. So sometimes Cause will actually have my stream elements or something, so that stuff like if he wants to put me in streamer timeout, there will be a version of my stream that he has access to so that he can just do stuff that is hilarious that I have no control over.
Andrew, are you taking notes?
It's incredibly fun. It's fun to have a mod that you trust enough that understands.
I trust my mods totally.
I know you do.
All the time.
You put them through a rigorous
I do, yeah.
training,
Yeah, it's
so
true.
it's really,
They
I
work
can see
really
why.
hard.
I can see why. But that also, having the mod chat was a habit that I had to learn because they have to be like,
Yeah.
hello. Yeah, there's a lot of windows. What are you talking about? We are angels.
Kim, how many monitors do you have?
Oh, fuck.
Also, I do want to point out that one of your monitors is a completely different computer.
It's a completely different computer. It's not even attached to the PC.
Which is
so
kinda
that if
helpful, yeah.
the whole thing goes down in flames, I have a spot that I can say, this is what's happening, this is broken, this whatever. So the Mac, my actual day-to-day machine is the one that has the doodle queue, which gets really busy and is also full of reference photos and reordering what we're doing and all of the stuff that
No.
all of the stuff that's not.
You're doing it
running the
perfectly
stream.
right.
She was talking to you. She's talking to you. No.
No. And you don't have to do that. Don't do that if it overwhelms. Don't do it if you don't need it.
Sorry, how many hours ago did you ask me a question and Brenda couldn't stop
Oh, I'm so
talking?
sorry.
I'm
I
just
apologize.
curious.
I apologize.
Just
I
curious.
apologize.
Oh, here, wait. I can help you. Just Jenny! Hey!
Wow.
Also, look at that message. Look at that message.
Wow.
For Jenny.
Look
You
at that
are
message.
right,
Just
Jenny.
for Jenny.
Am
Wow.
Does that mean you?
Wow.
But wait, don't, Danny,
my
don't
Am
God.
I right? What am I supposed
my
to do?
don't
God.
forget we're the same people
In alternate universe.
in alternate universe.
I
So
did
also,
not agree to this at all.
so also fuck Danny. Whoa, Jenny! I can't believe you said that, Jenny.
So
Whoa.
upset.
Can't believe you said that, Jenny.
Just keeping me humble.
Whoa,
I just gotta
whoa.
stay humble.
Not me, Jenny. So rude.
Listen, I just got told to shut
Jenny,
up
why?
on no uncertain terms. It's not, but we should both leave. We should just both leave. That's what.
I was about to say I could help you with that, Kim. I just.
We're gonna check the
Wow,
VOD.
what? Wild.
Bye, Brenda.
Bye.
Wow, okay. Just
Bye.
Okay, Kim, tell us how many monitors do you have, Kim?
Okay. I have one monitor. I
Kim,
know.
do you need a monitor?
I do, actually. Yeah.
A trash can
I have
monitor.
a monitor for you.
It's even a trash can monitor. This is a
We really need two
hand me
new
down twice
ones.
monitor
Yeah,
that
yeah.
currently, when I'm watching streams, ripples, and sometimes it's close. It is
Okay.
nearing the end of its days.
Okay.
I feel confident though that it'll last longer. Anyway,
You're coming over and you're taking a monitor.
it's better than when I also first started with my cell phone and then I used the iPad to look at chat. It's an upgrade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Anyway,
did it,
I
though.
also have the laptop that couldn't handle streaming.
I
open.
like that name.
That's a good name.
Bring me rocks just followed.
That's great.
I will bring you rocks. I'll bring you as many rocks you want.
That's nice.
Real nice ones.
Yeah, only the pretty ones.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, continue
shiny
on. Sorry.
rocks.
That was too good. Thank you, bring
That's
rocks.
fair. I get it.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Monitors.
Oh yeah.
Your favorite, your technology, your favorite.
Yeah, I love
10.
it. Okay, so on my one monitor that's going to be fine, and I'm so grateful that you're alive. Thank you. I have OBS, and I have what's the other thing?
That's a little prayer.
Lonely. Yeah, every time
Lonely
you have to
screen?
really think. Lonely screen. I have a Chrome just pop out chat open instead of the OBS chat, so I can see pronouns. I also have Camo open because that's what I use for the Snark Cam and now the unfillable jar cam. So I also have that open. What else is there? I think that's on that monitor.
Cause
And
is
then-
upset about
Yeah.
something.
He just said Kim.
Kim.
Anyway,
That's okay. That's great. That's why we're here. That's why we're learning.
Cause,
That's why we're
God damn
discussing
it.
this.
So the cause can
It's
be
all
mad.
good. Also,
More mad at us.
Andrea.
Cause hates my cable management if it makes you feel better.
Yeah, that's okay.
Cause
Cause
hates
hates a lot of things.
Cause
But you know
like
what?
My monitor sandwich is just a stack of games.
You know what Cause hates the most,
So
though?
judgmental.
Do you know what Cause hates the most, though? Out of all of us?
When
Out
you
of all
wire
this
your
stuff?
PC.
out of
Out of
all
all
of
of
Well,
us,
out of all of us,
Cause,
yeah.
Who do you hate the most?
Yeah.
Well, no, for sure.
Cause.
Well, no. But Cause hates streamer versus streamer because he hasn't won a single one yet. It's been hard.
He won the art portion against me.
He did win the art portion. That's true. He has won
That's a big win.
He has won a few little things.
I'm real out of practice.
But he
What does Cause hate the most out of all of this? Pre-orders. It's true. It's true. Well played,
Cause
everyone.
won 2 events. Thank you.
Yeah,
I want you all to feel the stank.
I
that
have
he
won
put on
2
that.
events out of so
you.
many.
Wow.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway.
Oh, okay, yes. Anyway,
Jesus
Kim, take the
fucking-
floor.
What the fuck?
Kim, take the floor. If you had more monitors, we'd pay attention to you more.
I will bring you 10 monitors.
On the laptop, I have.
You couldn't remember what the word for laptop was. Don't
I
pause for
believe
dramatic
it's
effect.
Ocean Ice Cube Sean.
Nobody
Let him
believed.
speak.
Nobody believed that she was trying to do a dramatic pause there. She couldn't fucking remember that word.
Okay, on
Okay.
the laptop,
Laptop,
I
that's
have
right.
mod chat open so I can see Andrea tell me I'm pretty.
It's just one giant mod chat that just
That's it. That's all
Andrea
that's
says,
open.
"You're pretty," and it's just one big window. It's good.
What else is open over there? Oh yeah, there's also pop out activity.
Wow, greaser.
Activity queue maybe or
Manage requests. Or
Yes,
manage
yes, the
requests for
request queue.
Tick-offs.
Yeah, that's that. Also, email just in case I don't get a notification for merch or whatever, because why doesn't anything ever
Oh,
work? I
wow.
fucking don't know why. I can't solve the problem. 1, 2, 3. There's another one that's open too. It's the actual, what's the thing you look at when you're going the
OBS?
Nope, it's on Twitch.
Stream manager.
Stream manager,
Yeah.
yeah. I can't remember why I have that open, but there's a reason when I do it, and I'm like, ooh, I need that. It doesn't matter anyway. Oh, because sometimes I'm like, maybe I'll use the buttons and do a prediction. Sure, I will. Obviously, that'll happen anytime.
Cause approves of all
That's
of your
fair.
windows.
Yeah.
He's distressed.
Yeah.
that they're all
Predictions
on
are
one
great, and
screen.
people never complain about
I
them.
know. Listen, I don't like that it's on one screen. Anyway.
We'll get there.
And then on the iPad, I have the Art Place, the Procreate open. I also have the shop window open so that I can be like, oh my god, the store, what? That's so crazy. Sometimes twice, so that I can be like, oh my god, there's memberships here.
I
You
love
should
that bit.
totally support me on Fourth Wall so I stop being fired from other jobs because I'm unemployable. And I also have Chuck Tinkle's website open. So I can
You have all of these websites open between an iPad and a fucking one monitor. No wonder your streams are fucking ridiculous. No wonder you're like, oh shit, I can't. Oh, sorry, chat. I don't know. Ha! No wonder you laugh for half an hour like a lunatic because you can't find any windows.
I don't know where
Holy shit.
I had
Holy shit.
two mouses and two.
You have 2 mice and 1 monitor?
Why?
Oh my god.
Laptop.
Oh,
Hey, so
wow.
you do have two.
Oh shit.
monitors. One of them is a laptop and needs a separate keyboard. The laptop has a keyboard, but we've got.
But I
shit.
can't reach it past the podium that the iPad is on.
Oh my god.
Just,
Wow, premise. Wow. This doesn't cause even more negative kill points. Well, it does, premise. It does. Wow. Thank you very
What are
much.
we at? Like negative 3,900, and chat's only responsible for 100 of those.
So
I like you leaned in. You had to lean in. Like they couldn't fucking hear you, Danny. So lean in. I saw that.
Sean sucks at Fortnite.
Shit. I already have that clip. You don't need another one.
I also just want to shout out Robot Mummy for pointing out that she used Procreate.
No, thank
to
you.
make
I was
DNS.
like, can we just gloss
I think
over
it was,
that one?
I think it was genius.
Oh my
how many
god.
windows she has open, but that would involve more windows. Yes, Carrot, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know
Ridiculous.
why I'm
Thank
going
you,
to
everybody.
look over at your microphone like it's a camera. Oh, because I missed the snark cam.
Yeah.
This is my snark whisper. Everyone can get fucked.
Wow. Sean punctuated that.
Wow, Cause. Wow.
Cause.
I'm the NCS star. This is me hoping the next
Wow.
foundation is therapy for us.
Wow.
Wow.
Very nice.
I think it's going to be gamer training, actually, Cause.
Ooh.
It's be gamer
for you?
training. No, for Cause. So we can get better at streamer versus streamer. So we can actually win. He's going to be playing a yoga instructor soon. So maybe he can finally win some games there.
It didn't help him against an artist.
Didn't try against an artist. So that's good. It's fine.
Ooh, spicy.
These are very, very different vibes for my stream. Very different.
Same.
Sometimes you just got to set boundaries, you know? Boundaries and
more
barriers and gotta keep the chat in control, you know?
Wait, what?
Yeah, you gotta keep it in control. You can't just go all willy-nilly.
I thought you
I
meant
don't
chat
know what
control.
that means.
Anyway, I understood that the opposite you said it, which explains so much about me.
What? How did you think you
I
thought?
don't know. I thought that you were like, gotta keep chat in control
Oh,
of the
so
whole
that they.
fucking thing.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
that's
God,
what
we
I do
do?
here. Yeah, we let chat control a lot of things here.
Chat's in control of my entire stream.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
boss of my
These
entire
guys are all
stream.
such nerds.
I don't have I have no control over anything that happens.
Kim has joystick training. That's,
Oh, that's exciting. Great.
I do need some
Great.
joystick trading.
oh my god, that's so funny.
Yes, I will be providing cracked gamer advice, Neil.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always interesting to me. Actually, I wonder if there's a. Have you guys ever shared like a screenshot, or would you ever share a screenshot? Greaser! Let's make the kill can't go down. Well, let's keep going then. Okay, that's great. Thank you, Greaser. It's very nice of you. Yay! It's great. See you on Tuesday, assholes. I mean, that's very supportive. You're really helping out.
Today.
It's
What's
see
that?
you next
You said
Tuesday.
we're not
Is
saying
what you
that
meant.
today.
Ooh,
You're not
what?
going to call them idiots.
No, that's what I said. Didn't say anything about calling them assholes.
You love them. Tell them about how you love them and that they're all wonderful. Okay.
I did.
Close. We're gonna
No, but it is very important. I do appreciate all the
Very
donos because they
well.
all go to very nice places and we do nice things and we're helping independent artists and charities and all the things. Right now we're working on some human trafficking. So, oh my God, that's great. Thank you very much.
We're not.
Very good. That's very good. Thank you very much. Now let
Thank you,
Kim speak
Aru.
or laugh. Thank you. Here's something for some Fortnite training.
Oh, you sweet angel.
Were you not done?
I can't read it.
Were you not done?
I don't know.
People are trying to defend you. Let
Yeah,
Kim
well,
speak.
That's because I'm fucking likable. Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh my God, and you guys never shut up. Jesus.
Good Lord. Okay, fine. Here, Kim, speak. Good Lord. Here, Kim, go. You're the only one on screen now. Go. It's just
So
you,
anyway,
Kim.
let's talk about all those motherfuckers, right? Oh, look, I have four screens, and I have 2 computers, and I have 27 camera angles, and also what's cable management? I don't know. Also, you're a bunch of idiots. Blah blah blah. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That's it. I'm done now.
Okay, well, that's great. Thank you, Eddie. Good Lord. Big bless. Also, Kim. On 2 screens. Fucking legend. Yeah, fucking legend. That was for you. I'll give you that $50. Because
Nice.
you're a fucking legend, apparently. All that on 2 screens. That's a lot on 2 screens.
That is a
Another
lot.
monitor.
Yeah.
I have 2 screens and I
think
feel like
we
I
just
have like
learned that
4
I'm
windows open.
overachieving now, based on
Yeah, you're overachieving, that's for sure. Yeah, that's what we're going to call it, Kim. Overachieving. Fuck. Oh.
You don't need 4 monitors to stream.
No.
Oh my
I
God.
said 2, and you
No.
went from 1
Yeah.
to now there's 2. That's
Yeah.
all you need.
Yeah, and 2 mice, apparently. You need two mice.
And 2 keyboards.
And 2 keyboards.
Yeah.
One of them's for
I
a
have 2
tablet.
mice and 2 keyboards.
Yeah, but you have enough monitors and keyboards to warrant that.
Yeah.
She's one computer.
I have 2. I'm using 2 computers. A laptop
You were just
is a
asking
computer.
2 compute. It's fine. I'm just gonna.
You're good. No, it's great. It's great. It's really good. This is
Yeah,
going well.
it's fine. I can do that.
Yeah, you have 1.5. Yeah, that laptop is not a full computer. That's
No,
right, Cause.
exactly.
It's a half a computer.
Exactly. That laptop
Yeah,
is
that's
like,
just chugging
it's
along.
basically a typewriter.
Yeah, it's like Cause trying to play streamer versus streamer. It just keeps chugging along. It's fine. Okay. I think we should take a little break.
I'm just going to interject real quick and just
BRB.
say I love you all. And I hope that you're having a nice day. And I hope you're having fun in the
I
chat.
hope you have a warm baked cookie and a
for
nice
coming.
pillow
I
on
do.
your
I
bed.
hope you have a warm baked cookie today.
Lord. All
Break
right.
time, nerds!
All right, yeah, we're going to take a small break. We'll be back. We have some more things to talk about. And we're going to have a Chat Says the Darndest Thing segment. Brand new creative content. All right,
Okay.
we're going to go take a break.
you in a
Bye.
bit.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye.
water on me.
Comment, birds, Twitch, tweeting.
Kim brought these. This wasn't my fault.
Are we alive?
Are you alive? Yes, you're fucking alive. You're so alive.
I got water on me too.
I got
Why do you have
all
water
over
in
me.
them?
I don't know.
Is that your
Kim gave it
spit?
to me.
No, you have to put water in to sound like birds. Otherwise, it's quite horrible.
Oh, it's very sweet.
Welcome back,
Thank you for
everybody.
filling my bird full of water.
Welcome back, everybody. This is what you come back to.
Oh yeah, we're live.
This is what we've been doing on break.
Hi.
You've given me a thing that makes sound. I'm done. Rest the stream.
I am
Thanks,
a thing
Kim.
that
Just
makes
yes,
sense.
Sean.
Thank
what
you,
would
Kim.
you like?
You're welcome. I'm here for you, Sean.
Welcome back, streamers.
Hi,
Welcome back,
buddy.
chatters.
Welcome back,
friends.
chat.
Hi. Hi, friends.
Oh
Hi.
What?
Thanks, Sean.
I saw
Bloop
it.
it.
Bird tweet at me.
Hi. How was your break? Did you get a
On the
snack?
next film.
Did you hydrate? Better hydrated.
Are you talking to chat?
Yes.
Are you talking to those two?
I want them to get their water. I know they
Oh.
hydrate. I was here.
Okay.
I was
could see
here.
what they
I
had.
witnessed.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay,
Yeah.
good. I hope you all had a nice break. Bunch of birds chirping, and then there is Sean looking pissed. Yeah, that's right, Ulo. That's right.
That one screenshot can just be like,
The whole thing.
yeah.
This
Hope
is
you come back for episode 3. We're gonna have 3 new spots open.
Yep. Totally new people. Yep.
How extreme.
Wow.
Uh,
So rude.
okay, where do we end off? Okay, ABB had a really good question. ABB's gone now, but we're gonna address this question, and then I'll send them the clip of this. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Good
Gotta answer
agreement.
in
Thank
It's a
you.
60
service
seconds.
we offer now.
Thank you,
60
everybody, for agreeing. ABB was talking about how to decide what content to do because he was like, oh, I can do so many different types of things. How do you decide? Like, there's so many different types, and like, I mean, all of our streams I think have changed over the years too, or over the months for some of us. But it's like, how do you decide what you're going to put on the screen? Thank you, Nick. Nick's going to sit with me.
I would love that.
Thank you, Nick.
Number
Next
one,
stream.
do something that lights a fire inside of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is
yeah.
this thing that you love?
Yeah.
Do that thing, because if you're happy doing it, you're gonna attract people who are like, "Wow, it's really awesome to see this person having such extreme joy doing this thing that they love." And I think number two, if there's too many things that you love, which I think that a lot of us kind of feel that way as well. I mean, you see a lot of successful variety streamers doing lots of things that they love. So do lots of things that you love, but also just kind of figuring out, oh, my community is really responding well to this very specific thing, and I'm really enjoying it, and they're really enjoying it. So leaning more into that as time goes on.
Danny, could you push your chair over like that way a little bit? Or that way. That's fine too. If you want to do that, that's
it's really
cool.
cute from here.
Oh, it's cozy.
It's so
It's so much easier
There.
when we prop each other up.
it's less dumb if I go to the
Next
screen.
album
I know,
cover.
it's like actually makes this chair a little bit more.
Yeah,
so-
actually, this is worth sitting in this
Wholesome and
shitty chair.
adorable.
Can you keep donating so they can buy better fucking chairs?
What kind of chair would you want?
I don't know, one that has a little more cushion that doesn't cut off the circulation in my legs and a better back.
I don't think you're supposed to
You want-
feel your legs when you're streaming.
You want me to give you a better back?
You're supposed to go numb.
Is that what you want? You
That
want me to buy you a
sounded
better
like
back?
threat.
No, my back is great. I need.
Looks like you need to train your core muscles a little more.
Oh,
Wow!
wow.
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 Wow. Let's
Wow.
do streamer versus streamer. All core
Sit-ups.
All
Plank.
core work.
Just the whole thing's just plank. Kim would crush us all.
Whoa!
Plank and boat. You're all fucked.
Oh.
Fucking boat. Somebody was talking about boats earlier, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Boat pose.
But then I realized we're talking about you.
Me.
You were talking about you.
That's right.
What were we talking about?
I don't fucking know.
How do we get here?
How do you decide what to do?
How do you decide what content?
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
You're a great example of that. You already
Me?
did that.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh,
Because you were going to do
Yeah.
yoga and then you
Yeah,
were
yeah.
like,
Oh,
I think you
yeah.
made the switch.
that's true. Yeah, I discovered very quickly that yoga would not work. First of all, it was like, oh, actually, like things are more interesting when people can interact. That isn't conducive to an introspective yoga practice. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
maybe instead of that, I can talk about yoga, or maybe I can answer people's questions. Maybe I can make it more accessible so that people know that it really is for everyone and that you don't have to do all this like big fancy stuff. And we'll talk about some other stuff in between there. Oh, that's kind of medium. Okay, well, all right, let's talk about some philosophy stuff. Okay, well, that invites a bunch of people asking me weird questions about can I see your tongue? And I don't know, really into that.
That's
All right.
weird.
Maybe
Got
less
weird,
that.
weird.
And so then it was like, I don't know. Oh yeah, I was gonna try to do some like knitting, and I was just gonna learn how to do some stuff.
Right.
So I was like, I'm gonna knit this sweater, which by the way, I didn't even get through one fucking cast on. No sweater was made, not even a gauge, none of it happened. Well, never mind, I guess we're just chatting. And then I don't even know how the iPad happened. I don't even remember the first iPad stream. But all of a sudden, it was like, let's just do some of this.
Here knows. Does anyone remember?
Yeah, was
Yeah, how did
there?
you start doing any
I
art?
have
Because you
no
weren't
idea.
doing, you didn't start doing, you drew, I think, for a while.
A little bit.
A little bit.
But not on stream. I don't think I ever drew on stream.
No?
But that's
Okay.
like a classic. I'm overwhelmed, so I'm blacking out this entire streamer moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Very much
Yeah,
so.
I don't know how I was gonna say crochet happened. It didn't.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
I don't remember.
It started.
Yeah, Jenny forgets Kim streams.
I
That's
forget
fair.
all kids.
Yeah, I'm
streams.
curious if anyone remembers like the first. I think I came in and you were
Yeah.
already drawing.
Oh, you were already drawing. See, but was she drawing? I felt like you were drawing. I felt like I saw you draw on an iPad with the pencil before you started doing collages.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Wow.
because I think you were just barely like, you were just kind of doodling around,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then but I don't know how you got to collage.
Well,
how did you get to collage?
So I had been when I had been co-hosting a community radio show. During our radio show, I would make a collage, and that would be like our show art to promo the show. And so I had already, like, in my art life, kind of got away from drawing more into making digital collage. And so probably I was just like, oh, well, I don't know, let's do this. Fuck it, let's do it. Yeah, I'm not, I have no idea when that started. And I think, like, just saying, what do you want to make? I had this weird dream where there was like a hippo dog. Let's make that. And then it was like, oh my God, you can make anything happen with collage.
Yeah. That's really
Look
funny.
at these fever dreams. Yeah. And now it's like, I am so lit up by it.
Right.
I just feel so much fire for that kind of art now.
And the chat really gets to be involved, Like, I think that's a cool part that you probably didn't even think about, Like, until it started happening. And, like, now people are like, I need to see this! And you're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
we made it happen.
Or
I
like-
also like when you say, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah. Some people make suggestions and like, I'm pretty open to most things, but some like I would say, I guess my rules, which I've never said out loud, but here we go. Let me tell you. I want it to be as not reality as possible. So when someone's like, when I'm like, oh, what's the biosphere? What's the background? Where do they live? I don't want to put in an oil field. I don't fucking care about that. That's enough. No, I don't want to think about that. I want to put a horse underwater. I want to, I want to make a polar bear play music on Saturn. Like I want it to be as out there and fantastical as possible.
Yeah, we already live in this world.
Yeah.
So why not
There's
go a
lots
different
in this
place?
world.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Well, you're definitely in a different place if you're in your stream.
That's true.
Which is great.
Very
It's great.
escapist.
Oh my God, I just realized that there's parts, like I did some, what's that thing with the paper mache? I did paper mache a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like, just like did a bunch of stuff. And it was like, oh, this is fine. Whatever, all this is fine.
Again, through your list of things to do in that as well, because like the paper mache stuff is for shows and things like that. So
yeah,
just being part of that journey, I think, is huge for us to be able to see, like, oh, and then you ended up using that thing. It was so cute on the stage with everything else. So it's just really, really nice to see. And I knew Franco was going to ask this question based on this entire conversation. Do you save your VODs?
So
imagine his typey fingers.
His searching.
Oh yeah, and he's just like, why can I not immediately check this VOD? Where are your VODs?
So I thought at the beginning that VODs were automatically saved.
Right.
So it wasn't until I don't even know how long before I realized that they weren't.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Now I upload them privately to YouTube.
Good.
Yeah, but none of those. It's too bad because like those early days of sitting on the living room floor with the fucking the coffee table in front of me.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
cushions and a yoga mat, and I'm just gonna do some yoga stuff. It's
The
gonna
melodica.
be so
The
melodica. Yeah.
Oh
That
my
never
God,
worked.
The melodica.
That didn't work. You tried so hard.
One time it worked. Yeah, and then the next time it didn't. I was like, I've changed nothing. What do you mean?
Yeah. It's so funny.
Yeah, but I like that. Like, I think it's kind of like, I mean, I talk a lot about neurodivergence on stream. Like, I've got that neuro spice rack, and I think part of being able to just like bumping from one thing to the next is kind of like maybe part of that neurodivergence. Like, well, I collected all of these hobbies over time, and I don't mind just touching in a little bit here and there. So I think really that's been the gift for me is to be able to just like, this was fine. You know, like that sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah.
Kids are really good at it. Adults are very bad at it. And I think I'm really good at being like, wow, this was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever. Yeah.
You also, but that, you know, what Armored Bunny Bear was asking about, if you want to do a number of different types of streams, I think, Sean, your channel is actually the best example of one Twitch channel where multiple different shows occur. Like, we all have a lot of variety in the things that are happening, but the premise is kind of like the overarching premise is the same every time. And I think one of the best things that you do for like Fortnite and this are two very different shows, but you schedule them.
A lot of shots taken.
And
There's a lot of shots.
Both
a lot of shots. Yeah, there's some overlap.
Still people trying to sabotage you.
Yeah, ruining your plans. But you schedule things and you tell people what's going to happen, and it happens. So if you want to have like, you know, a specific day that's dedicated to a wildly, you're going to be streaming in a totally different category.
I try. Yeah, and I think series. To me, everything is series.
Right.
It's like, it's fine. You want to do different things? That's awesome. Great. Don't give me one woodworking thing. Like, tell me you're going to give me 10 woodworking things. I'll come back. You know, tell me on Thursday you're going to do woodworking. Then tell me on Wednesday you're going to do crochet. Tell me on Tuesday you're going to, you know, do yoga, whatever. It doesn't matter. To me, I don't care. It's just like, just tell me what's going to happen. And I'm coming back for you anyway. Like, I hope every show is either entertaining or educational or whatever. But yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to do anyway. Here is like, I don't want to do Fortnite till I'm dead, you know. So it's like, how can we pack that in for as long as we can and make it a little series, Tuesday, Thursday, and then this has its own schedule. You know, the Great Creative Debate has its own schedule. Hoping to add more, but I think it's just make a schedule. Make a schedule. You know who I'm talking to, all of you, anybody out there. I've already said it to many of you. Make a schedule and stick to it. Yeah. And like, it's going to be shitty and it's going to be hard and nobody's going to come for the first 5 streams or 10 or even 100. And it's like, you just got to keep going, you know. I don't know how many people have said to me, you know, we talk about podcasts a lot too, and it's people are always like, oh, I gave that a shot, it didn't really work. And I'm like, oh, cool, how many podcasts you do? 10. I'm like, 10? You did 10 fucking episodes and you quit? I was like, what the hell's the matter with you? I was like, you know, you got to do 100, you got to do 200. Like, you know, there's so many podcasts out there that are doing super well. But if you go back and like, this is another series that Brendan and I have talked about before that I want to do on YouTube. And I haven't really talked about it, but I really want to do like your favorite streamers, your favorite content creators. Go back and watch their very first stream or piece of content. It was probably 10 years ago or 12 years ago or whatever, like however many years ago, you know? And it's like, we think this magical thing just happens all of a sudden. It's like, oh, they have 200 followers or whatever. It's like 7 million people. I'm like, yeah, but go back and watch the very first one. One, it sucked and it was 1 million years ago, you know, and nobody watched them. Like Jinxie, I don't know how many of you people know Jinxie at all, but Jinxie is a Twitch streamer, he games. Literally for a whole year, you can see it on Social Blade, I think it was a year, or maybe even just 2 years, he had literally 0 or 1 people watching him, and now, for whatever reason, he stuck with it, he kept doing it, and for whatever reason, he's blown up, you know? But it was like literally 1 or 0. Yeah, that's 1. His dad. Yeah, that's right. And TikTok was why. But he kept working and putting and doing different things, you know. But Yeah, he had no one for a very long time.
That's funny. Robot overnight success usually
yeah.
happened 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true. But that's where it's like, I don't know, don't. And he asked at the end of that, he said, or am I overthinking it? And I was like, yes. The answer is always yes. Everybody's always overthinking everything. Just do whatever the hell it is you want to do. Just put it on the internet, try it. Yeah. You know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to try things. Because what's the worst that's going to happen? This?
There's no such. What was that?
Give everybody the finger.
That's the worst that's going to
Context is
happen.
important.
What's
Just
happening?
What's going to happen? This?
Yeah, the stream's over.
Nothing.
We ended. The stream's over now.
Okay, perfect.
That actually would be a really funny.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing to say? That would be a very good
World
one.
Stream over.
Future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's no such thing as failure, you know? Either things work out the way you plan them or they don't, but you learn something.
Yeah.
So learning isn't a failure.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
sometimes you reach into your Easter basket to get an egg. Sometimes you just get a steaming pile of ice cream instead.
Exactly.
That can happen.
Yeah. Emily Carr,
weird
so
Easter stream.
Mom says that Shania Twain was 36 when
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
discovered. Emily Carr is the same way,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
You probably know the details. She was like in her 50s or something.
Oh my God, there's so many stories like that.
Yeah.
Like so many. And every time you think you should quit, and if you haven't listened to the podcast yet, listen to that one episode that I literally just did where it was like every time I wanted to quit and I had no money and I was going to be homeless, I was like somewhere out of the ether came a little handful of money to keep me going. And it was like, oh, fuck, I guess I'll just keep doing that then, I guess. That's the thing I want to do. And I was
In
like...
your rice-eating years.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I
Rice
can
and
buy
one
another bag of
condiment.
rice and I can
Your one condiment.
live in this basement apartment for another year, I guess, or another month anyway. And it was like, you just can't let that... Like, I see so many artists, so many streamers, so many people that just give up so early. And I'm like, don't give up. What do you mean give up? What are you giving up for? Well, nobody's watching. Nobody likes it. Fuck, get a warm cookie and fucking change your life. Be better. Just feel better. Just keep doing it.
That's why Daniel
You know?
wanted everybody to have cookies.
And it's like,
Yes.
do you like the
going.
thing? And that's the true
Keep going
testament to me.
cookies.
Is like, if you're going to give up right now, it's probably not the right thing for you. You know, like you probably haven't found the thing that's really fueling your passion. Like I was hell set on I was not going to get a job. I was going to do this thing. And I was like, I am going to make this business work or I'm just going to be homeless. That's it. That's all there is to it. You know, and it was probably the stupidest thing I've ever done, but it's also the smartest thing I've ever done. You know, I did it for 3 years. I was banging my head off the concrete wall being like, I can't make this work. But now 17 years past that, and it's okay.
But it's a great point about like you
Doing all
do
right.
need to love this thing that you do. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't I can't quit music.
Yeah.
There's not a thing. Like I will forever be playing music.
Yeah. You
Whether
just
or
will.
not I just do it on the internet and invite people in, like I
Right.
just be hanging out in my basement being a weirdo, only occasionally screaming at the wall. That's kind of the only difference.
But that's how you know that that's the thing. And like that's where to me where it's like, oh, what content do you want? It's like, or what do you want to accomplish? You know, with your content or your streaming or whatever, you know, it's like, yeah, Tolkien, Panda says Tolkien didn't take off till 45. Yeah. So many of those things have happened and they did it since they were like little. Dom Laporte was the last artist we had on the podcast. And he was like, my whole family just never had a plan B. We just never had plan B. He was like, we were just creatives. We just had to paint. He's like, what else would I have done? It's like, what if there's no plan B?
Yeah.
You know?
I listened to that episode actually.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
She didn't say it was good though. So I shouldn't thank her yet. She just said I listened
Spin
to that.
facts.
So, yeah.
I listened to it.
Sorry, I take back my.
One time,
Those listen counts
Sorry.
matter.
One time, the Magic Machine played this show, just as a little sidebar, in a small town, and this teenager afterwards walked by us and we're like, oh, you were the band. And we were like, oh, we're glad you loved it. He was like, I didn't say I loved it. Anyway. Which
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
that kid is,
It's true.
I'll never
That's
forget that kid.
incredible.
Good point.
That's
That's a
You're
good
right.
point.
Yeah. I loved that. No plan B. Like
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
was
yeah.
in high school, I had top marks in drama class.
Cods wanted to know if that kid was me.
Probably.
In another universe.
Anyway, sorry.
Not the
Another
one where you're
universe.
Danny.
Yeah.
Another universe.
Yeah.
I was definitely going to do like acting and theater stuff. So I did not give a shit that my math marks were incredibly low and that I don't know how to read a map. I care about that a little bit now sometimes, but GPS is good. So I also never had this plan B. And when I was like, actually know if drama's like, that doesn't feel like the art for me, but I know that it's not something else. And so I like really related to no plan B. And also I was like, well, my plan A is so nebulous now. And just allowing it to simmer without overthinking it or worrying about it has been actually really freeing, you know? Like I kind of like that I'm just starting to settle into like, ooh, yeah, all this feels so good. Yeah. You know, I don't know. That feels fine. I don't feel like I missed out on any, like I have no FOMO about any of that shit. Like, who cares? And I don't care. We all bloom in our own time.
Yeah, for sure. And it might change. Also, it might change.
Yeah.
That thing could change, and that's fine too. I think just letting that happen, especially in content creation, you know, it's like, okay, I've done this for a long time. Now I would like to try doing this thing over here, which also is fine. And, you know, I think that's the scary thing for a lot of folks.
Yeah. True.
Or you should do the scary thing.
Yeah, just keep doing the scary thing and keep doing it. Do it and do it and do it over and over.
Yeah. If you're afraid, then you're on the right path.
Ooh, put that on a poster.
Put it
Unless
in a
at the end
collage.
of that is a bear shark, then maybe you should avoid
Whoa,
that.
did you say bear shark?
What if
on.
it's a honey badger dressed as
Hi, Sky. Welcome in, Sky.
Hi, Sky.
I would love to
How are
see a
you?
shark. Yes, please.
Okay.
Face tattoo. Check, says Melanie.
I think we need claps. Somebody hit
Yes.
up the tip jar.
Oh, wow.
Nope,
Sky
somebody followed.
Oh,
Sky
well,
followed.
that also deserves
We did,
claps.
thank you for the follow. Hello, hooray, hello.
Sky's great.
Chaps,
Sky's awesome.
claps for everything, you know?
Everything.
Claps for everything here.
Everybody gets a clap.
Everybody okay? We're all
We're
right?
doing fine.
Are we doing all
I
right?
like sitting next to Daddy for this.
See?
Yeah, it's an interesting balance.
It's different when you sat beside me. Yeah.
Where I felt like we were on the same side.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. The two meanies against
I think
the
it's
two.
a good.
Yeah.
I think it's an appropriate.
It's a good balance.
It feels
It's a
very
good
balanced.
balance. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good balance.
I think you also are bringing out such delightful snark in one another. I feel like Kim and Sean's
Yeah.
sass is very. It's like you know, geographically.
It's good.
I like
That's fair.
I think it's very.
We have one last serious thing to do before we go. It's a brand new segment here. What are you doing? I said serious. What are you doing?
You made Siri wake up. And I was scared.
Oh!
Oh!
Yeah, be careful. But how does just like being like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because when
Just
it's on
like-
my
Oh, I
watch,
know.
I can just cover it up on my watch. And she stops listening.
Don't show Danny. Don't show Danny. Whatever that is.
Do it. They all wake up.
Okay.
They all say
Brand new
things.
segment. Here.
Okay.
Create a check-in. Brand new segment. Looking?
At what?
Chat says the darndest things.
hey!
It's a segment we're going to talk about what chat says and how they say the darndest things.
The darndest thing.
Chat says the darndest thing. Brand new segment.
I didn't know you made a little thing.
I made a little thing. Yeah, I made a little thing. I did it real quick. Snappy.
did it real quick. I was scared. I watched it. It was like magic.
It could use
Yeah,
a
we
bear
wanted-
shark though.
Look at
What? What about a bear shark?
I said it could use a bear shark.
Oh, you want a bear shark?
Yeah.
A shark that's not wearing any clothes?
Do bear sharks wear clothes? Do
Well,
bears?
she's got a bear
I
shark.
also
They
need
could.
to see a shark wearing clothes. Let's
Okay.
write that down.
Okay, a clothed
Tutu,
shark.
knit of a tutu, please.
Okay,
Yes.
Jesus. Shark in
And also
clothes.
We have
cowboy
to-
boots. 'cause
we
we're
have
not
dive-
cowboy
Sorry,
era.
but I
We have
just-
diverged from the very serious chat. I've already played the
I've
clip.
tried
Look
to
at the
do, like,
thing.
a little coconut
Look at the thing I'm playing.
Very good.
I'm playing the thing. We already
happening?
diverged. This is what
I
we're
like
supposed to be
it.
talking about. We
Chat
got.
says the darndest
Yeah,
thing.
come on. This is serious. This is the last segment.
You have a bunch of creatives, and you're expecting us not to be bouncing all these ideas
It's
and making
just
magic. Okay,
interesting.
chat says the
Yes.
darndest things.
It's
Let's go.
just
Do
Chat
they,
says darndest things.
do they say the darndest things right now?
They might. Somebody said no pants.
Streamers
Gosh
say
dang,
the
shoot
darndest
heck.
things.
Said robot mummy.
Yeah.
Sharks are naked.
The number of things that people have made into like a little
Franco.
channel culture
Oh yes.
meme. The way
yes.
that everything is its own little channel culture.
Yeah.
That I
Very much
never could have predicted.
All right.
I
One of the
never
things.
could have predicted.
Oh, sorry. Yes. I thought you already put a period. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, please.
What did you just say?
I thought she'd already put a period in her sentence, but she hadn't. It was my bad. She just took a breath. And I was like, here's my chance.
That's how conversations work.
Just trying to get this chat says the darndest things going.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay, here we go.
Play the little cute thing.
Okay,
again.
yes,
I
here we
like
go.
it.
Yes, we start. Chat says the darndest things. Oh! What do the chat things say? What do they say? What do the chatters say? Anybody have any good examples of chat? We've been talking about chat. We've been talking about interactions. Chat says the darndest things, and they do say the darndest things. Some are funny, some are weird, some are odd, some are rude, some are nice.
True.
What did the chat say? This is a segment where I wanted to take a minute, and I wanted to present the opportunity to these fellow streamers and content creators to talk about some of the things the chat says in chat, and then we're going to talk about how we feel about some of that.
I can mention
examples.
something that's just like an entire culture at this point. And it's funny when somebody just says something, and I love that when those things, like they turn into an entire culture, but also like physical, tangible things that like exist in the real world. So there's so many examples of that. But I think what's been super strange is that like even brand new people, like their first time chat, I'll be like, okay, you haven't met any of these other people yet. Like same page. I'm going to say something and you're going to agree because what we're saying is normal. And immediately they'll just say the super abnormal thing that everybody else is saying. Right. And I'm just like, how did you all do this? How have you created this like next level nonsense? Like the bowl is empty right there.
Yeah, the bowl is empty.
Right there in the chat. Yeah. The bowl is empty. Like in a very full bowl and everyone's like,
how did that start, do you know? Who was the first person that ever was like, the bowl is empty when it's clearly not, you idiots?
It's hard to remember because there's a few folks, right? Like as soon as it's said, it becomes like a chant and like
yeah.
So it's just like dozens of people just being like, it is empty. So I think that those moments are actually super, super magical, but it's just they really take on a life of their own that's completely out of control.
Yeah.
So when you come into a new space, and like we were talking about another community a little while ago, or something, you come in and everyone's like, no, that's not happening. And just like you're a brand new chatter, you're like, no one else is seeing this right now. Like the bowl is very full, and they're like, no, it's empty, and you're like, it's empty. I agree with everybody who's here right now. It's just very funny.
Sorry, JC's coming in! JC the Trash Panda! Good, we love a good clap here. Everybody clap. Yay!
I like clapping.
No, it's good. We clap here often for no reason.
Yeah, I love it. It's
People
good.
clap here often.
Perfect.
Even, like, so many guests clap all the time. And I'm like, what did we clap? Anyway, I appreciate it. It's good. It's nice.
How was your stream, JC? Hi, friend.
How's your friend?
Hi, friend.
How are you, friend?
Hi.
Bunny, we answered your question.
We did.
We did. Oh, yeah, we did. That's true.
Yeah, our
That's
Bunny
true.
Bear was like, oh, hi.
Yeah, oh, hi.
Check the VOD.
It'll
We
be
did
in
it.
the
Go
VOD.
watch the VOD.
Yep.
I was painting a dragon.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
It was good. I was painting a dragon. Nice. Did you get it finished? Did you finish the dragon, or are you in the process of the dragon?
I feel like
It's very important.
Wow, JC's paintings of figurines. I can't imagine that she finished it in a stream. No.
In process.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It's in process.
Yeah.
Such a
Also,
skill.
she was laughing.
Such a skill.
Yeah,
So
like
she's like
LOL,
laughing,
finishing
no.
a whole art.
No,
Finishing
it's
a
in
whole
pro-
No
art.
chance.
It's in process, you moron. Of course I didn't finish.
What?
You
Play a
stupid.
song all the way through? No.
It's awesome. Thank you for coming in,
Imagine
JC.
doing literally anything on stream.
JC, you're here in the new segment.
singular-
Chat says the darndest things. Hey! You came to the last segment of this episode. Hey, Chat says the darndest things. Thank you so much.
I like the little animation a lot.
Thank you. Well, I played it enough times now. It's enough now. It's enough. I'm not playing it again. I will not play this again. No, I won't.
I
And
feel
if
like
you reach
chat
over
should be
here
able
to touch that,
trigger it.
you feel like chat should be able to trigger. Chat is not allowed to do anything in here.
One more time.
We just got a lobby for it, everyone.
What if you made a secret phrase and every stream that secret phrase changed and it when someone says it, it brings up the
I
thing.
think that is a great idea that you should incorporate into your stream.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
We
Is
can
somebody
just add-
taking
we'll-
notes?
We'll add the voice.
Put it in your homework.
Oh my God.
So that whenever
yeah.
anybody says, chat says the darndest thing, because you have to say it in a like ridiculously specific
Radio
voice.
voice.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Then,
All right.
Yeah.
so
Beam
next
me
time
up.
you can just say it like that into the microphone.
I'm
Sean
good.
will have it all set up.
I'm not allowed to have streamer bot yet. Cause says I'm not ready.
Chat says the darndest thing. Look, I'm not ready for streamer bot.
Not ready for a streamer bot.
Sad face.
Probably because I just have one
handle
janky
the
monitor.
streamer bot.
Today's
My, oh, my.
magic word is bear shark.
There, no, I like the ABB's word. That's nice.
Exactly.
Secret phrase of the day. Armored Bunny Bear has a nice secret phrase.
My oh my. Look at that beautiful beard Sean has. Chat says the
Chat says the darndest thing! Thank you, Armored Bunny Bear. You guessed the phrase of the day. Woo! It's probably always the chat. Okay, well, that was great.
That's great.
This is exactly how you pictured this segment going, right?
No! Also, trying to get this shit finished.
We did good.
Everybody's hungry, they're tired, their bodies are sore from sitting on static crappy chairs. They're trying to get through this shit, but they're making it longer. It's all their problem.
Okay.
It's their fault, not my fault.
Imagine.
That's right. I like what Franco said earlier. Don't breathe when talking to.
Yeah, don't believe when talking to Sean.
Yeah, that's good.
We got to know. It's written down. We'll remember for this. Yeah.
This is
Good.
how this segment works now.
Great segment. Who are we rating? That's right.
Which is that there's nowhere to gauge this. Like, this is the way the segment goes. So you can't say this isn't. But this is how this segment
exactly
goes.
The precedent.
Great. Great.
So if you want to be one of the people on
Love
the
it.
next creator
Love it,
check-in,
yeah.
send Sean literally any message about
Yeah.
his beard. One of us will be immediately kicked off and
Yes.
replaced by you.
100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, say the darndest things. We need another animation.
It's not going to say the darndest thing, so it's going to say something else. I guarantee you that. And it's going to get played a lot. It's going to not need a special phrase or nothing. It's going to push that button on repeat. On repeat. On repeat. It's going to play so many times.
Wow.
So many. Okay. That's great.
Just repeatedly.
Ooh, okay, good.
It's all good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Kim, has anybody said any weird or funny things in your streams? Things stick out in your brain?
There's a few things. A little less super fun
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
You know, there were times where people came in and they were like pretty like overly aggressive with sexualizing me on stream, which isn't the best.
Very much so.
Also, I've had people come in and their friend just went live and they would be like, "Oh, my friend is live," and then share the link in my chat.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, or they come in, they're like, "This is happening in this person's stream right now." You're like, "Cool, but we're here.
Yeah, don't.
We're here."
Don't.
I've actually
what's
seen
happening
somebody in
here.
your stream say, "I'm just waiting for my friend to go live."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Terrible.
that's a funny thing to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I've had people say like, "Oh, I'm waiting for this person to go live and I'm sitting on my bits." Like, motherfucker. I can't keep a job.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I probably could if I tried.
Yeah, you could if you tried. For sure you could. Yeah, for sure you could.
I just
yeah,
want to try them.
For sure you could. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Also, any of the things we're sharing on here is not to chastise anybody. I wanted to have this
definitely
segment
not.
because I think it's just interesting that there are so many variety of things the chat does say.
Yeah.
And that sometimes I don't even think we're realizing what we're saying. I know I've said stupid shit in chat once.
Once.
But you know, I think it's just a learning opportunity, right? For all of us. That's why I wanted to have this segment. So
Yeah.
please don't
think-
anybody
yeah,
take that personally. I'll tell you
exactly.
personally if you did something stupid, okay?
I don't think people realize. I think they're just like excited about stuff.
Yeah.
And probably like
Yeah.
they were in my stream and they're like, "This is really fun and I'm excited about this thing."
Yeah.
So here's this thing. I'm like, "Cool. Also,
Yeah.
shut up and help me make this stupid bear shark."
Yeah. Yeah, right.
We
right.
have bear shirts to outfit bear shirts. We have to pick a hat. Get it together.
Yeah.
Focus.
Well, I think it's important too to talk about these things
Yeah.
because when you're
Yeah.
starting streaming, you'll feel really alone in dealing with some of
Yeah.
these situations. And
Yeah.
how do you deal with some of those situations?
And it literally has happened to everybody.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
everything has happened to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like just being aware of it, I think is so important.
Yeah. So from a music perspective, like people coming
Thank you,
in
Phoenix.
and just shouting songs at you, or just like, you know, the classic like play Wonderwall, but also just straight up coming in and being like, "Do you ever shut up and just play music?" Happens all the time, and the answer is no.
Yeah, right.
You get 0.9
Yeah.
songs per
Yeah.
hour if you're fortunate. So we actually have a command, just nonstop music. So just exclamation mark nonstop music, and you get links to all of the places where you can just listen to my music nonstop, just for you.
Yeah.
And I always am encouraging all the music friends, just be like, yeah, get yourself a command. Like, you are in a stream, there's talk with the chat. But if you want nonstop music, like, boy, do I have some links for you. So just like a way to rephrase that and just be like, no, you won't find music here, but here's some places that you can enjoy.
Right.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Raven!
Yeah.
Raven's here. Raven's
You do a good job
lurking.
of being funny about it. And you do a really good, you're both exceptionally good at, like, it's still funny and it doesn't, you know, like, it's not an attack on the person, but there is something delicate about, like, you don't want it to impact the whole room. You don't want it to impact your mood.
Yeah.
I've seen you both do very good jobs of, like, catching something that was maybe not desirable and being like, that's okay.
Yeah.
But instead, and that I think is really,
And that's
right,
one
it's
of those,
important.
like, depending on how rude they are coming in, that's one of those
Yeah.
situations
Yeah.
that I do feel kind of withholden to acknowledge, because that will have a ripple effect in how they behave in other music streams.
Right.
It's like, you can't just, like, would you walk up to another human and be like, play Wonderwall?
right.
That's how I say hello.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you come up like, I'm a Lone Star. Like, that's not how you say hi to a person.
yeah.
So it's probably not how you should say hi to people on the internet. Like,
Yeah.
maybe possibly.
That's really funny,
That's
actually.
how it
Yeah.
That's
works.
like,
Yeah.
I
That's
give
really funny.
I give the community so much credit, because when people have come in with something that feels off tone,
Yeah.
no one will bounce you out or ignore you or ice you like the jesters. If you're even a little bit out of line, they will just hit you with that wall of silence before the mods even have to. And then as soon as it's something fun and funny and positive, you will immediately be welcomed in just as quickly, which I think, again, that's not something I do.
Yeah.
You know?
My instinct would be to tell them to play Wonderwall.
Yeah,
That's
you
fine.
play
I'm gonna
Wonderwall.
try that. I'm
Yeah,
gonna try that
yeah,
next
you play
time.
Wonderwall.
That's
Yeah.
Right?
That's really funny. I had a very specific thing happen that triggered this. It wasn't even, one was in my chat, one was in another chat. This was in another streamer's chat, and I said, it was a music streamer, and I said I liked that version that they sang of that song. And the person immediately underneath me was like, I like every version of every song they ever play is perfect, and this person is absolutely perfect. And both me and the streamer were like, it's weird. That's a little weird. Like, it was so intense, and I think I don't remember if it was all caps. In my brain, I'm thinking it's all caps, but it's like that kind of stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's weird.
That's actually one of
That's nice.
We
That's a
talked
little weird.
about if somebody comes in and the first thing they say
Yeah.
is a comment on my appearance.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
am very lucky that even though it's a compliment, still someone will say, hey, not the best choice of first time chat, especially because look at the room you're in. Look at is this person trying to be pretty at you?
Yeah.
Probably not. Like, there's a lot of absurdity happening, but they're not trying to be pretty at you.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is one of those tone setting things where it's not like, if it's something rude or awful, like, they will get booted, but people just making their first choice of chat.
Yeah. That's an odd. Yeah.
That's
how it comes off.
Like.
Like, even if it's not like that,
even
that's
if you
how it
don't
comes
mean
off.
it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't mean
true.
it. And people just say, no.
What triggered
That's
you?
Just laughing at Franco.
Oh, Franco, yeah.
Someone once asked me to play Wonderwall, and I said, maybe. Wow.
Very good.
Claps for
He's clever.
Franco.
Okay, yeah, we'll clap for Franco.
Franco.
Well done, Franco.
Wow. I like that you will indulge when I want to clap, though. I know
Clap,
you hate it.
clap. Yeah, it's great. Really happy. I'm glad to be here. It's really good.
Chat, say the darndest thing.
That's it, yeah.
Let's
No, we're not pushing that button. No, that didn't say the magic phrase.
Say the magic phrase.
No.
I forget what it
Okay,
is.
I have another one, and this one's
Beer shark.
This one's another this one's another weird. This is a weird one. So Brenda and I were both streaming. It doesn't have very often on the same day.
No, we take turns on the internet.
Yeah, we try to take turns so as not to make the house shake too much. And it was really funny. I love that Danny's head just goes into Kim's.
Oh,
I like it.
just completely just.
we
Perfect.
have no monitor here.
You have one. What are you talking about?
Just chat.
I can't see what it looks like.
We can tell you don't need to. Just stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
My
Oh,
lane.
God.
My
Look
lane.
at Look at
Our lane,
Our
Sean.
lane.
We're sharing.
It's a divide.
Armored Bunny Bear says, "Oh my,
see it, I
what a
can't feel
beautiful
it."
beard Sean has."
That's good. You already used that phrase. It's over now.
Thanks for trying, Bunny. Thank you for trying.
Wow. Wow.
Sean
the
will not be
goalposts.
accepting compliments at this time.
No, I'm fine. I'm good.
Raven, no,
I'm good
it's
as a
all
whole
Sean.
person. Thank you.
It's Sean and your dang donations to his
Streams. I
berry
wonder
money.
why. Okay, so Brendan and I were streaming the same day. This chat came in. I think it was kind of an innocent chat. It's kind of funny too. We talk about it, but they were like, you know, I had some chat. I started first, so I streamed earlier. I started my stream earlier. We were in the middle of the stream, and somebody came in, and they were like, you know, and the chat was going well. It was all good. And then it kind of welled down in the middle of the day, which is fine. You know, and again, I'm playing my Fortnite. I'm doing my thing. I'm just trying to get my kill count up. You know, I don't care. I'm doing it. I'm getting up there. I'm in the positives.
Not anymore.
Brenda goes live. Yeah, maybe not anymore. Brenda goes live, and somebody came in and was like, "Oh, I thought it was really hopping. Like, I guess maybe everybody left to go to Brenda's stream." And so you can. So I think they said like, "Oh, you can focus on like the game or whatever." And I was like, cool. And I think they were just meant to. I think they were trying to be funny about it a little bit. And I mean, luckily, I'm pretty put together as a human being, so I was like, I don't give a shit. But also, I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. But yeah, that was Chat Says Darn's thing.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I think
talk
it's
about that though.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we chatted about it, and I was like, oh, also, it doesn't matter. I was like, that's totally fine. You know, things are bopping over there. I'm happy. My response in the time was, yeah, that's awesome. Brenda's streaming. I fucking love Brenda. She's doing a great thing down there. I don't know what she's doing down there, but she's doing a great thing, you know?
Yeah, I've seen worse.
You know? Yeah, I've seen worse. Yeah. And I don't think they meant harm, but it was funny, the things that people write in chat, you know? And I was like,
Yeah.
But I think that it's like it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, that it's really important to like respect the space that you're in, right? Like this is its own space.
Yeah,
So as much
yeah,
as it is like really kind to also like multi-tab and things, I think it's also just really important to like leave the space the way that it is and not always make some spaces about other spaces too. Funny story, a couple days ago, just chatting with Alana, somebody went into Alana's stream and said, "Oh, you got Danny's hair."
yeah.
I was like, because you got bangs? Like, I
Right.
don't own bangs. Or people will be like, oh, sometimes I think dinosaurs are cool. And people will be like, you're not allowed to like dinosaurs because Danny likes dinosaurs.
Danny's
Like,
thing.
that's not how
Yeah.
things work.
I was like, I think there's a lot of dinosaurs and a lot of people out
lots
there.
of people to enjoy dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I want lots of people to have
Yeah.
bangs.
Yeah.
I don't own any of these things. So I think it's really important that like we also let people enjoy dinosaurs without just saying like, oh, well,
Yeah.
Danny likes dinosaurs. So.
Yeah. Also, Uru, that is true. You never know how new a person is to it. I give so many people so much leeway. Like but I think it's something that you do have to like when you're streaming, at least be aware that shit like that might happen. Because I feel like I've talked about this with some other streamers, and they're broken about it, and I'm like, I'm really sorry that happened to you. They probably didn't know what they were saying. You know, it's fine, but it's like you have to like, I don't know, if you're gonna stream, if you're gonna make any content. You have to know if shit's going to happen, you know? And that's kind of another reason I just wanted, you're not alone when somebody says this to you or says something weird.
Yeah. Well, that's just like,
Great
Sean,
point,
you're
though,
really
too.
strong, and there's going to be a lot of folks that are receiving that throughout our communities and beyond, too, that it's like, it's not so easy to kind of go through that and just be like, okay, well, maybe I am just like a placeholder.
Right.
And then, like, it creates that. So I think, it's an important takeaway of just respecting the space you're in. Yeah.
I also think we get a little bit of responsibility if you are a person that other people's spaces are compared to, which is something I think about a lot. You can have such an impact if you're careful and if you're smart about it by really participating in that space when you're in it, using their emotes, talking about their culture, making the jokes that they're making, and trying to celebrate whatever, like every channel is its own little culture, and the more you can participate in it, the better. There's also, I mean, sometimes there are times that your presence just isn't a helpful thing. There's
yeah,
times
that's
that,
true.
you know, we might make the choice to lurk or, you know, whatever, because I want to be supportive. And also you don't need to derail everything if you can help it. But that's one of those things that it's such a positive. It's so funny because it is also all the good things we were talking about before about like having all these communities that are interrelated. They're this little family of channels. There are rooms in a house party. There are all these different places to be like, yes, meet our friends, join our activities, come and hang out. You meet one of us, you meet 50 of us, and we're all going to support you. That's awesome. And also, I think there's a little bit of responsibility, especially if you have a room, to when you take that room elsewhere, be like, let's be so excited about the room that we're going to. Let's be super pumped about the person who's curating this room for us. Hi, Clued.
Do you remember when Brenda first started streaming and Danny was already streaming and Danny had a bowl? And then we were like, I think you were like, I think I'm going to start counting crayons. And then it was like, okay, well, maybe I'm going to do it in a bowl or something. And we were like, oh no, but Danny has a bowl. Should we have a bowl? Is that okay? Is that okay that we have a bowl?
I remember
and it was like, oh God. Is that? And
I remember looking
fucking old bowls
on Twitch.
Also, there's lots of other people that can't shit in bowls.
I remember looking around on Twitch and being like, oh wait, everybody does something to count subscribers. Right. And there are many, many examples. But also, I think sometimes we get, you know, like if I see...
And like we talked about it too, I think at some point we had that conversation. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay.
I just...
Yeah.
But also...
And about how it's a bad choice. Yes, we did have that.
I was going to say, you more made fun of it because you were like...
I was like,
that's hilarious.
Crayons are massive and your bowl's too small. But good luck to you, friend.
I had a jar, and you laughed at me for having a jar. And then, still, one of the most replayed clips is, I think, one of the first times you came on my channel.
Yeah.
Have you thought about a bigger bowl?
Yeah.
And I think you even did this. But that's the kind of thing that when we talk about, you know, you and I had conversations about, you were like, unfillable jar, hilarious ducks. And we were like,
right.
Oh my God, that's genius. That's so funny. But that also, if I see somebody with a dinosaur or has a duck or is putting on a onesie, I don't feel any ownership of that. But if I see someone saying like, oh, are you pulling a Brenda? Because you fell on the floor. So I'm like, oh, well, that feels...
Falling on the floor is fine.
I wonder how the other person feels. Sometimes it doesn't matter and it's really fun and
Read Captain's. Captain made a good point here. I think that's happened. Yeah. You know, and it's hard. You can't control some of that stuff, right?
I want it.
You can't control it, and it happens all the time and whatever. And, you know, it happens to bigger streamers and smaller streamers, and people say shit all the time, and you can't control all of that. But it is something to at least think about a little bit, you know, as a streamer and as the chatters, you know.
And also, if we're lucky enough to have a room and have that support, I am so lucky and so profoundly grateful for the support. And I think that means as soon as you have that opportunity, one of the best things to do is hold the door open. First, hold the door open for whoever you can, however you can.
Yeah. That's Panda. Random, but one of my earliest memories of Bembra was being told how she got coffee on the ceiling. That happens.
That never happens.
That happens.
No, it never happens.
Regularly.
No, it's lies. No, it's lies. Never happened. Never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it
All
right.
of that.
I want to talk about it.
It's everywhere, okay? Coffee doesn't just hit the ceiling.
PC. Okay, all right. No water your PC, all right.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's interesting.
It is. Interesting.
It also comes like Twitch. Also, chat says the darndest thing. There's also a million good things, right? Like so many people say the good things. And if you're having a shitty day and you're streaming, find that one good thing on stream. You know, like if somebody says something shitty, forget about it. Go back and read the 2 hours of other chat where people were like, "You're fucking awesome. This is hilarious." Yeah. Even if they're saying you're bad at Fortnite, they mean you're good. Really. It's fine.
And I mean, we were just talking about conversations and things too, and like questions are really powerful for sure. And I think that something we do every stream, sometimes multiple times a stream, is just sharing good news. So if you find that you're at a point in stream 2 where something has affected you that might have happened in the chat, there's tons of good stuff that happens in the chat. This is like the 5%, I think.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
But just asking other people for their good news is such like a huge mood boost, and it really is like incredible the kind of stuff that folks share. Yeah.
I don't think they're here, but so Kiki has this awesome channel point redeem. I think there's 2. One is share a warm and fuzzy about Kiki, and the other one is share a warm and fuzzy about someone in chat. And they're like, I think that's just like 100 points, you know, or like it's super low, and it's so nice to just walk into the room and like, oh, I'm just gonna say that I'm here by saying something really nice about someone in chat. I love that so much, and whatever has been happening in the stream, it shifts the mood enough that you'll see like all of a sudden everybody is redeeming it, and everyone's just sharing these nice things about each other that probably they've never met in the flesh. They've just seen each other in various rooms, and they're like, oh, every time I see you, you make me laugh because of this, or I remember, like, it's just like, man, the little things that people remember that someone has done that they carry with them is
that's awesome.
Really, like, what a gift to give back to them. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's like, I read once about this couple who had decided at the end of every day they would share one thing that they were grateful about the other person for. And that it meant that they got to see that one tiny thing that they just did because they care about their partner ended up really sticking with them. You know, like, I really love how you brought me that water. Partway through, you know, like it's like a little thing, and you're like, wow, okay, cool. Yeah. Anyway, I just think like those kinds of nice things. I say as having only let me snark other people in the chat.
No, but that is a nice thing because you make people smile and laugh. You know, and that's a thing that you allow on your channel, or that you make happen on your channel. You know, and it's like it's not. Nobody ever thinks that's true.
Yeah, and most of my snark is like calling out your dumb bullshit.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like, you don't believe in yourself? Well, that's because you're a fucking dummy. We believe in you, you idiot boner. Like, get your shit together, take a deep breath, pull up your I'm capable pants, and get out there.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Carrot says, you guys say nice things. I'll be snarky. Kim, definitely. Oh, it's too funny. Yeah. Well, I think we're going to end it on the nice fuzzy note. I think that was good.
Oh, great.
That was good. I feel like we've had an awesome conversation. I do think if you're having any of those feelings, and as you're streaming, go find some stream buddies. You know, like that's one of the reasons that we started this. This whole thing started because we were having a dinner, and we were like, oh, this would be interesting if we had a camera. Like, I think people, we should do this more often. Maybe throw up some cameras because maybe other people will relate, you know. And I think
we all
that's
want to do good.
Yeah,
we all want to have a positive impact, which I think everybody in this community does.
Yeah, you all do. Like everybody that's here in this chat, we all know. Like I haven't seen one little peener in here at all. You know, everybody's been really, really nice.
For that one, you had to get it.
Everybody's been really nice.
Just one time. We're so close.
One time.
It's really good.
Oh my god, so close.
Raven, same.
I hear boners anywhere, and I'm like, where? Hi, Kim. Hi. That's true. That's true.
You just got Franco to really, so you should be proud.
Sorry?
We were almost through the whole stream, and you didn't get one really from Franco.
No, I did. He did. You missed it a couple times.
I was like way at the beginning.
He's already done it a few times.
Franco's basically bookended the stream.
Yeah. That's how he was like, the minute we...
With disappointment in Sean.
The minute we came on, and then the minute we're about to leave. Yeah, that's how Franco feels about me on the internet and speaking generally. It's fine, Franco. Don't forget, Franco. It's the only place you've probably ever been banned.
No. Do it again. Hi, Magic.
I was trying to go out in a nice. I was trying to go out in a nice, like, fuzzy feeling, and now we're talking about banning Franco again.
Where they can come and make you yell in Fortnite.
Dermo, you're a legend.
Everybody's a legend. They're all legends. Everybody's a legend.
Except for you.
Except for you. Oh.
You don't know who I was talking to.
Yes, I do, because you pointed at me.
Well, I was pointing at the camera. God damn it.
You don't know what the camera is. You were pointing past me. You don't know what a camera looks like. I've seen you search for the camera on many streams.
I hate how Steve and I
are here. I'm like, that's the microphone. Oh,
is this the camera? Is this the camera? Are you the camera?
I found the camera. Kat.
Everything's the
I
camera.
found the camera.
Are you the camera?
Yes. Look into the camera. Look at it.
No, it's just you.
Look at it.
It's just that camera. You're doing well. You're doing very well.
Thank you so much for coming to the stream, everybody. We appreciate all of you.
Wow. I love it here. It's
Just putting the raid calls
Just
in
put the
now.
raid calls. Just
Yeah.
like,
It's
okay.
fine.
All
It's good.
right. How do we get rid of these boners?
There's nothing you can do better. There's nothing you can do better.
All right. You guys have been awesome.
Decibel.
The next episode will be coming up in 3 months. We'll be back here Friday, 4 p.m. or Saturday, 4 p.m.
We're all
in 3
getting
months.
replaced.
that?
So
We'll be
put
here.
your applications into Sean.
July?
We're all getting replaced.
It might not happen on the first Saturday.
No! Norwegian Greaser. One last to push down the counter. Thank you, Greaser. That's very kind, Greaser. Very good. Everybody clap for Greaser. Yay! And when he says to push down the counter, he means to help support charities and independent artists. It's very nice. Thank you. It's very good.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
No, Sean
Delightful.
will still be here tomorrow, but the rest of us, he's firing all three of us.
Yeah, we're all fired.
All of you,
We're
including
just-
Sean.
we're all getting
I just
down.
might have a very important show at the
Okay,
beginning of July.
that's fair.
But other than that,
fair. Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Other than that,
Okay, we'll be back another time. Don't worry about it. We'll be back. It'll be
Yeah,
announced. It'll be all
we'll let you
fine.
know.
You can find me every Tuesday at 10 a.m. and every Thursday at 4 p.m.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday at 3, Wednesday at 5, Fridays at noon.
Unless you're doing 9,000 field trips.
Unless I'm doing 9,000 field trips.
Otherwise, that's the
Yeah.
schedule.
We're doing a pop-up to give my mods a heart attack.
Wow.
Don't do that. Don't do that. It's bad. Don't do it.
It's naughty.
I'm kind of in flux right now, but generally speaking, it's like Monday at 1 and Wednesday at 6, I think.
And for me, it's every Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday, Sunday at 12 p.m. EST. I guess it's EDT now. Tuesday at 5 and Thursday at 10 a.m.
Wow. All right.
What about
Super
fun
great.
stuff? Are you gonna
Yeah,
say-
you got-
what about
you got
sign
other
up
big fun
Streamfest?
stuff?
Sign up is
Streamfest sign up is
Fest?
open. So to all of the members in the dinosaur community, if you want to check it out, it's going to be our 19th time. We feature 30 streamers and a wild day of like 16 straight hours of just showcasing our friends and meeting everybody. And it's beautiful chaos. It's lovely. If you want to just check it out, it's happening Saturday, April 27th. So you can just see what's going on there. And I mean, that's the big thing that we're doing right now. We do tons of stuff on Discord all the time, lots of learn squads and things for anybody who's getting into streaming and things like that. But I couldn't even list the things going on right now. So we're going to be leaving
Yeah.
at Streamfest.
So many things. But also, you can just go to
Amazing that you're
danielleallard.com, right? And probably
Yeah.
see most of the things.
19.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
And our Discord is a really lovely, special, wonderful place. If you want to check it out and get involved, you're most welcome.
Oh, that's true, Franco. I will have Thursday. You're not going to want to miss Thursday. For anybody that's been coming along on the Fortnite journey with me, you're not going to want to miss Thursday. Thursday should be a fun and interesting time for chat. Probably
Ominous.
probably not for me,
Ominous.
but it'll be fun for you guys, I'm sure.
That's scary.
Be a real hoot.
Can't wait.
And then more podcasts and more good things. We have an independent. Oh yeah, this is we've talked about this a lot. So any of the money and all the DMCS dollars, we have an independent artist coming in here.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks of May and the first week of June, they're going to be using the whole space. We're going to have cameras and photos, and they're going to rehearse because rehearsal space is hard and expensive. Not here because you guys.
Video go through thanks to that you
What's
DMCS
that?
dollars
Oh yeah, we did.
contributed.
So one of the links actually we can drop. So anybody that
a big
hasn't
deal.
seen this video,
It's a big deal.
check out that video. That's one of the videos we worked on with the Permanency Council of Canada. We had a young group of people who are in the care system come in here, and they were able to record and record an entire video, all kind of youth-led, youth-directed, youth-edited, all that good stuff. And that video is going to be shown in about a week and a half now to Children's Aid Society here, as well as some federal politicians who are going to be they're going to be on a panel with those youth, and that video is going to be shown, and those youth will get the chance to speak. And we've seen it many times before where laws get changed because of that. And it's a huge thank you to you guys. What we're doing here, ruining my life in Fortnite. It's very valuable because that's the kind of stuff that we're doing, and I can't thank you guys enough for doing that kind of stuff. So, thank you.
So cool.
Oh yay! Let's clap some more! Yay! Okay, well we're gonna leave. We're gonna get out of here. So I dropped the raids. If you don't have your raids, grab them now. We're gonna raid out. We're gonna go visit our friend Shifty Thrifting Show, who we've never got to raid, who was in here earlier.
That's
Shifty's an awesome person. We like Shifty.
I'm
We're
excited.
gonna go hang out over
I'm
there.
excited.
Until the next time, my
If
friends.
you haven't been, you're gonna love it.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys all later. Have an awesome rest of your weekend.
Bye.